only see you though.
Well, then I can direct them though to your page.
I would say try to. Okay, so we're live now. Hey guys, so we're just gonna check the sound. But yeah, you can direct people. Honestly, it's the best to watch on Rumble. YouTube is pretty good. X is pretty good. Meta platform sucks. That's why I have the screen in the middle where it says full screen live. Go to Rumble because
Mm-hmm.
Instagram can't show a full live screen. So we are now live. Hold on, let me do 1 second. Okay, guys, we're back with Facts with Maaxx. I'm just checking the sound real quick before we kick off because sometimes we realize that it echoed. So hold on 1 second. Okay, Erin, you can just say something. Blah blah blah. Whatever.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay, let me see here.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
You're good. It's just
Testing 1, 2,
nope.
3.
Sounds fine to me. Okay, perfect. We're good. We are good to go. So, today is actually my episode number 13. I've only done 13 episodes. It feels
That's
like
like
doing
good
13.
luck and kind of scary.
It's
Same time.
it's 100% good luck. I have 13 tattooed on my arm.
Love it.
It apparently I learned from a friend that it means like divine feminine or something. That's
I
why.
like 13 because 1 plus 3 is 4, and I like fours. So I'm a
Yeah.
big numbers girl.
Oh my god, yes. So I have my recent thing is I see 555 everywhere. Literally
Mm.
everywhere. It happens every day. It's
Yeah.
crazy. But so okay, today we're gonna talk about McDonald's and miscarriages, which is kind of a crazy episode, and I have so many videos and articles and information to share. But before we start talking about that, this is my first time having Erin on a live, and Erin is a badass bitch. That's all I can say. Now,
Oh,
I
thanks.
got connected with her through, you guys have heard the story of Joshua and Roxy. Joshua that had COVID pneumonia and asthma and stuff and started the Acemannan products and basically got rid of it. And that's how she heard about it. So I would love for you to share. I mean, you can just tell people who you are, what you do, where can they find you, and then kind of share your story with Acemannan and Betalains.
Okay. So, hi, I'm Erin. You can find me on Instagram at Erin Ansley with 2 Y's. Just a little bit of background about me. I have had severe asthma pretty much my entire life. When I was younger, it was more animals and exercise induced, and then I kind of grew out of the animal stage asthma and it transitioned into only having asthma attacks when I was exercising. I never was able to run. Whenever we had to run the mile in school, I was always the last one to finish it. Most of the time I was walking. Even as I got older and got into, working out, and even during cheerleading, I would always be out of breath, always having to hit my inhaler. And it was just like a normal part of my life that I never thought I would actually ever have to fully give up. And probably about, I would say about 6 or 7 months ago now, Josh called me and was like, bitch, I got this shit for you. And I was just like, okay, what do you have? And he was just like, just trust me, just send me your credit card. And I was like, okay. So I sent him my credit card. And normally when Josh and Roxana tell me something, I kind of just follow along because they've never steered me wrong. They have the same morals and values that I do. So gave them my credit card. They signed me up for a pro package, and at the time I was like, okay, what is this? So I got a whole bunch of supplements in and I started taking them, and maybe about 3 weeks into taking them I started hacking stuff up. And it wasn't like I'm coughing a little bit and a little bit of mucus was coming up. Like, no, I was hacking half-dollar size mucus clumps up every single morning for months. It wasn't just a few weeks, it wasn't just a few days, it was literally months of me hacking stuff up. And one day in the gym, I was like, let me see if I can run. And it was 22 minutes before I realized that I was actually running for 22 minutes without having to hit my inhaler. I didn't stop. I wasn't out of breath. I was just running. And like for the first time in my life, I'm 31 years old. to be able to run at that age, I don't think anyone, people who run, they don't understand how it feels for people who can't run, because I always felt like there was a brick on my chest. I always felt like I was breathing in shards of glass. And that's like the easiest way to explain it to somebody for a person who has asthma. It's that somebody put glass in a pillowcase, smashed it up, put it in my water, and was like, here, drink this. And then you tried to breathe, and it was like it physically hurt, and it was hard to breathe. And then on top of that, you also felt like you were underwater, plus you had a brick on your chest. So like running, I never dabbled in it. And then
That doesn't
when that happened,
guy with all of these things.
what?
It doesn't sound like a very and it doesn't sound too exciting to try to run with all of these things going on.
No, that's why I never did it. I was like, I'll always be the thick girl because I'm never gonna be able to run. So the first time I was able to run, I called Josh and Roxana and I was like, bitch, I just fucking ran. And they were like, you ran? And I was like, yeah. And I didn't hit my inhaler. I didn't even think about hitting my inhaler. I don't even think I brought my inhaler to the gym. Um,
Ooh,
and from then on, I was like a firm, like, this is now my daily routine. And there was about 3 weeks where I went without the supplements because I think I just kept forgetting to buy it. It was a busy season for me with my company. Backtrack a little bit. I own a staffing agency, a bartending company. So I'm always on my phone. I'm always either working or dealing with business. So I have a very busy lifestyle. And so I forgot to order the supplements, and I noticed like I was starting to regress. I was waking up in the middle of the night having to hit my inhaler, and I was at the gym and I would be doing high intensity training and I would have to hit my inhaler, and I'm like, okay, what's going on right now? And on top of that, during that period, I had my menstrual cycle, and it was one of the most painful cycles I'd ever had. The first 3 months when I was on the Alovea, when just like whatever you said, like I literally didn't know that my period was coming until I saw it coming, because I didn't have any cramps. I didn't have any kind of like bloating. I didn't have any kind of like mood swings. I basically was just like, okay, it's my time. It's my time now. During those 3 week period when I had my period, it lasted probably 7 days that time, but my cycle lasts 4 days. I have one day where it starts, it's heavy. Second day, heavy. Third day, I'm a little bit light. Fourth day, I'm spotting a little bit. And by the fifth day, I maybe have to wear a panty liner for a few hours. But it's like, I don't think people realize that what you're eating and what you're putting in your bodies and all these supplements, that's not fixing anything for you. You're literally just masking things. You're putting things, like with my inhalers, it's a steroid. And I just kept pushing that sickness down and down and down. And with the Alovea, basically it brought that sickness up in me. Like I coughed it out. And when I don't, did I ever send you a picture of it?
I don't think you did, but I was just
I
that
took pictures of it, but I think it was so gross that I didn't want to send pictures of it because it's like, ew, why?
because I
I'll
think
have to find
you
it.
understand that when you start the products, there is
Mm-hmm.
a chance. And here's the thing: everybody doesn't experience this, so I don't want people to think that everybody has this. But
Yeah.
somehow you are going to detox, because there are no fucking humans on this planet that doesn't have any shit in their body. We all have toxins and
Right.
stuff going on. You are going to detox somehow. Some have very little, some have so little they don't even know about it, some have like you. Okay, there was no
Mm-hmm.
shit coming out of you, but at least it was coming out of you. And then I bet that when you saw it, you were like, oh my God, that was inside of me.
Yeah.
That was not
No, and
me.
when I'm and on the day when the most of it would come up, I'm like, okay, this is the end of it. I'm done hacking shit up. And then I would go to bed, I would take my vitamins, and then all over again in the morning. And it would be the same, if not more. And it's like, it's just continuously coming up. And I'll say it's been, so for about 4.5, 5 months, I was hacking stuff up. Now I'm not hacking stuff up anymore.
Oh God, you had a long time. Just so
Oh
again,
girl, yeah.
Joshua had
I
a
thought I was sick. I literally thought that I was sick. I'm like, okay, something's got to be wrong with me. Like, I got to have some respiratory infection because I'm hacking up all this mucus. And it was like dark mucus. It wasn't clear mucus. Like, it was dark brown mucus. And, but I wasn't sick. I still worked out. I still had my daily routine. I was just constantly hacking shit up. And, um, Yeah, so I haven't hacked anything up in a few months, but and I haven't really hit my inhaler. Every now and then, like if I'm behind a diesel truck or if I get around somebody who has really, really strong smelling perfume,
Mhm.
it will kind of trigger it just a little bit, but I think that that's kind of going to be the norm for me only because I've
I
been
wouldn't
puffing my,
so because yes, you might have been on it for a while, but girl, I've been on it for a year and I am still experiencing progress, which is
yeah.
I mean, have you seen the videos of my fucking hair?
Okay, that's my next thing.
So
One of my
yeah.
friends, Jill, in the gym, she goes, you know, she was telling me about how she wears hair extensions. She's like, your hair is so long. What do you, where do you get your extensions or whatever? And I was like, this is not extensions. Like, do you think I'm going out and cutting bangs? Like, all of this is new growth right
Yep.
here.
Brand new hair.
All of this is new growth. I haven't, I don't have extensions. Like, this is my hair. And I
Mm.
actually just cut 2 inches off
It looks
because,
hot though, because I
yeah,
remember you showed me in the beginning, it was just like kind of starting to grow out, but it's
uh-huh.
growing.
Yeah, no, this is all and like I have like actual like I didn't cut these. This is all new hair growth.
Mm-hmm.
All of it is. And if I go back and look at pictures and videos, like this was like non-existent. This was like literally I was almost balding right there.
Yep.
And that was just hereditary. But like, yeah, the Alovea has made my hair grow. I don't get my nails done anymore. My nails are healthy.
Girl,
You
I
know,
think
my skin is more healthy.
this out.
Girls are like, "What are you doing to your skin? Where do you get your Botox?" And I'm like, "No, girl, it's Alovea. Like, you know, it's food technology. It's what you're putting into your body." And people don't correlate the two because everyone's like, get your Botox, get your fillers, like do this, do that. And they don't really correlate that if you take care of yourself and you give your body the nutrition that it needs, your body's going to do exactly what you want it to do.
Mm-hmm.
And
A video of
that's
you
just been a big
like
thing for me.
me like kind of early on here. Okay, hold on.
Hmm.
Let me share this quick because wait, where'd it go? Meow.
Oh,
No,
you in Mexico.
God,
Oh,
this
yeah, there's a video of me. Okay, so
here.
I was lifting heavy weights, heavy weights.
Muted.
I think I have 7 plates on each side.
Mm-hmm. This
And
is
I was going all the way down too. Like I wasn't just doing like I was full 45-degree angle right or yep.
when is this is one of your first. This is like early first month or something. You said that.
Yep, first month. I noticed a lot of strength. Look at my face.
So excited.
Okay, so one of the big reasons too why I started taking it is because my wrists, like when I would be bartending, there was one point during a party where I actually dropped a bottle.
Yep.
And I felt so bad, but like I didn't drop it on purpose. It didn't slip out of my hand. My wrist literally gave out. And I don't know if it's just like from me bartending all over the years. I developed arthritis, I developed inflammation in my joints. And then it was also me getting back into the gym after taking some time off. But maybe 3 or 4 weeks is right around the time that I started it from the time I took that video right there. And I think that's the same time where I was started to run too. I started to go to the park and run. I started to lift heavier. I started to feel more confident. The pain in my back went away. I was on the verge of 2 slip discs.
3 weeks.
Um, yeah, 3 weeks I would say was when I started to lift heavier, and I just felt like I could do more and more. So
Mm.
I was keeping it at like a certain weight that I was comfortable with because I didn't want to like overdo it on my body because I did go through a lot of trauma with my body and everything that I did,
Mm.
but I yeah, probably 3 weeks I would say when I was just like, all right, add another plate, and then I would do 8, and then I would say add another plate, and I would just keep going. And then people would come up to me in the gym and be like, "What is going on with you?" And I'm just like, "I just like to lift, and I can actually lift heavy now, and I don't have to deal with the repercussions of it of feeling like I feel sore, but I didn't feel the soreness for days. It wasn't like painful sore. It was like, yes, like this is that good feeling sore. Like I know my body needed this."
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and
And
I just want to
call with the Ellis's today, so we had some AJ and Nikki Ellis joined a little while ago, and I mean, they're only on their first month. So he's been taking 6 of the Betalains a day, and
mhm.
he was kind of like me. You would go to the gym and you would train legs, and then you just kind of out of it for a little
Mhm.
because your
Yeah.
thing would hurt so bad.
The
So at least
recovery process is so much faster.
3 in the morning, 3 in the evening, and there will be none. So if you're
Mhm.
curious to see if you can get none whatsoever, take a little extra.
Yeah. And then another story would be the hand, foot, mouth with Sage.
Oh yeah.
She started to develop a little bit of a rash down below.
Do you want
And
do you want me to show it or no?
uh
Because
did I yeah, you can block out her hole, right? I'm pretty sure I sent you the whole picture, but I was nervous. I would because all the stories that you hear, like this is a really bad disease for children to get, and like sometimes it could be deathly. Well, so I got like a little spot on her hand, and then she had a little spot on her booty, and so I mixed a little bit of the Limitless pill with coconut oil,
uh-huh.
and I would put it in her diaper before bedtime, and then I would put the rest of the Limitless in her baba.
Uh-huh.
And this was Monday. She had a doctor's appointment that Wednesday. We had been to the gym all week, but Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday we had the Limitless in her baba plus the cream that I made with the coconut oil. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
being proactive. And by the time I got to the doctor on Wednesday, I was like, hey, what does this look like? And my doctor was like, oh, this is the end of hand, foot, mouth, pretty much. Like, this must have got really bad. When did this start? I said, oh, it just started a couple days ago. She goes, what do you mean it just started a couple days ago?
Okay,
I was like, yeah, it started Monday.
here, I don't have anything. These are just you just sent me pictures of the skin of her. So and then I have a few of other babies. So I'm gonna show this here. So
Mm-hmm.
what's you? Sorry. There, right? So this is one.
Yeah. I went to the
Mm-hmm.
gym Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. After I left the doctor's appointment on Wednesday, I asked my doctor, "Hey, can we go to the gym? You know, we've been there all week." And she was like, "Yeah, because you've been there all week and obviously it's getting better."
Mm-hmm.
And so when I went to the gym, I told them, "Oh yeah, you could see it all over her feet right
Mm-hmm.
there."
Yeah.
I told them, hey, my doctor did say that this was hand, foot, mouth, but it's at the end of it, and she was fine to return back to the gym. Well, the gym actually said, if you can still see the red bump, then we're not going to allow her to come in. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, I've been here all week, and my doctor cleared and said it was fine for her to come, but if you guys don't want me to come in, that's fine. So I immediately went home. I gave her a warm bath. I put the cream on her. I put the Immune and the Limitless in her baba.
You don't
And
have.
then the very next day, I went to the gym and I said, all of the spots were gone. You couldn't see anything on her skin. I said, can we come to kids care now? And he said, yeah. And so it was a total of 4 days, and none of the little spots that she had actually broke open.
Mm-hmm.
They basically came to surface and then they went away.
Yep.
And it was all because of the Limitless and the Immune. And
Other
I
kids.
took her around my sister and my sister's kids. They all were sick with upper respiratory infections. And my sister said, I just want to let you know, like, we're all sick in the house. Before you bring her over, are you sure you're okay with her staying with us? And I was like, yeah, girl. I was like, I'm fine with it. Sage, she doesn't get sick. And she spent the night over there, and I picked her up the next day. We did an immune before I dropped her off, and then we did an immune in her baba the next day,
Mm-hmm.
and then she did not get sick. But they all like went to the doctor, got diagnosed, were all on antibiotics and all these other kind of pills from the doctor, like they were actually legit sick, and Sage didn't even get like a runny nose. And when I tell people that, they are like dumbfounded, like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, I just know what I'm feeding her, and I give her the nutrition that she needs through her food and through the food technology. Because if I listen to these doctors and I give her all these antibiotics, okay, well, then I'm going to need to give her some freaking probiotic pill so she doesn't get a yeast
Yeah.
infection. And then I'm going to need to give her another pill if she does get a yeast infection. And I'm like, I'm not going to keep giving my kid pills like just to mask a problem. Like, why not get to the root of it and feed her what she needs to feed through food and food technology? And so that's what I've done. And when I have a lot of moms that come to me and ask me, what do you do, what is she taking? And I always share, and
What
of
research
course,
does too, because I always tell people that it's perfectly safe to give this to children. So this is a good
16 months.
60.
But we did the when I first gave it to her, it was before her first birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not even sure she was walking yet. I would say she was maybe 9 months, 9 or 10 months.
Hmm. So if
So
mom
yeah.
is listening here, it's absolutely safe to give this to kids. And the Acemannan product, the immune product we have, that is the exact same thing that we donate to all the malnourished children in the orphanages. So
Mm-hmm.
the Acemannan is nature's breast milk. It contains mannose, which you as a mom have in your breast milk. So giving your baby Acemannan is perfectly fine. You can give it
Mm-hmm.
topically, you can give it orally. Maybe you wouldn't give as big of a serving as you would give yourself because the baby's smaller, but it's not.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't do. So I would like the one limitless pill I could make three babas with. And
Mm-hmm.
I would do 6 ounce bottles and I would just put a little bit in so I could make three. And then the immune, if she was gonna be, or if she was around somebody that was sick, I would just go ahead and I would do half the immune. If
Mm-hmm.
I was just doing it because like she had a little bit of a runny nose, I would do like a fourth of the pill of the
Yeah.
capsule, and I would put it in her bottle. And that seems to work perfectly fine. I definitely don't do the whole pill because she doesn't need it. She's so little. And
I'm if there's a baby that has a very, very severe condition, that's a different thing because we do
mhm,
for adults too. If somebody has like the big C, for example, and they're telling them that we don't know if you're going to live, then we typically recommend people to take 16 servings a day. So
mhm,
that you couldn't, but a small baby like is just dealing with something like your child, like you're not going to need to give them that much.
yeah, that leaves a glare. And my dad, so I sent him the pills.
Mm-hmm.
He's still taking the gabapentin, so I kind of was had a conversation with him today, and I was like, "Hey, if you're gonna continue taking the gabapentin,
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer you." I didn't necessarily tell him to stop taking the vitamins, but I was just like, "Don't waste my money because you're gonna continue taking these pain pills. It's gonna counteract what these vitamins are truly trying to heal." And so he was like, "Look, I'm just in so much pain right now that this, what you've given me has definitely."
Should do is to just ease out of the medication. So if somebody is on medication, here's the thing, it's everybody's choice. If you want to cold turkey stop your meds, that's on you. But if you are scared or here like maybe dealing with a lot of pain, I would just okay, start the product and then take a little less and take a little less because they're probably going to
That's what I told him to do. I was like, "If you're taking 4 gabapentin a day, okay, tomorrow take 3.5. Then the next day take 3." And
mm-hmm.
so I kind of, was telling him how to wean off of it. And he was like, "Okay, well, I'll work with my doctor." And I was like, "Dude, don't listen to anything your doctor has to say because
I would
again, you're
because there are a lot of doctors out there. We actually work with hospitals, like we do.
right."
There are doctors that are very understanding and actually take the time to look at what we have. And typically,
Yeah.
if they do look at our science and our information about the product, they're usually like, you know what, this is cool. But the ones that say no are usually the ones that don't even take the time to look because
Right.
they
So
don't.
I gave him all the fact sheet and he did share it with his doctor.
Mhm.
And so he said he's working with his doctor. He's noticing a big difference in taking the vitamins and slowly he definitely wants to get off of the gabapentin.
Mhm.
But I think, he's been on it for so long, like that's the norm for him.
Yeah.
He's been on medication his whole life. So for him to cut something off cold turkey like that, I mean, he probably would not, I think he would have such bad withdrawals that it might put him in death.
Absolutely, yes. So it's, I mean, we have stories of people doing so, but I think it's each person's individual choice what you are ready to do, basically, or what
Yeah.
you do. And ease out of it is my best option. I actually had my own sister, which I was so proud of her because I told her to slowly ease out of her meds, and she kind of cold turkey cut 8 out of 9 meds out just like
Nice.
that. She didn't even tell her doctor, and I'm like, damn
Mhm.
girl.
I did that with so I was on 100 milligrams of Prestige, which is an anxiety and depressant medication when I was 19, 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that I would go back and forth from my mom's house to my dad's house. So one time I went to go visit my mom, and then I drove from my mom straight to work in Atlanta, and I left my pills at my mom's house.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I had taken it that day because at work that evening I kind of collapsed and like got really, really dizzy and lightheaded. And my boss was like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I was like, "I think I forgot to take my medication." And she was like, "Well, do you need to go?" And I was like, "I'm not sure if I'm going to make it all the way to Augusta." But at that point, I had no I didn't have really any choice because my dad was out of town working.
Then they want to make you believe that that is happening to you because you're not taking the meds. But as a matter of fact, a lot of that reaction is probably from you
The
being.
withdrawal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I didn't actually need any of that shit. It was because I was taking like 70 milligrams of ADHD medication. That's
Mm,
why my fucking heart rate's 160. Like, not because I'm anxious. Like, I'm 120 pounds and you're pumping me with all of these like adrenaline, like basically legal cocaine. And then you're trying to tell me that I have anxiety. Like, and then if I did forget my medication, I would have these meltdowns to the point where I would feel like my entire life is failing. So then that's why I was depressed. And then it's like, I'm not actually depressed. I'm not actually anxious. I'm feeling these are like symptoms from all these pills that I've been pumped with my whole life.
mm,
And so at that point, I basically told my mom, I was like, I'm done taking this crap. So she helped me cut all my pills in half, and then we cut those pills in half. And I don't even think it took me a week, or I think it took maybe 2 weeks for me just to completely wean myself off of them. And
mm,
I haven't taken any kind of anxiety pill or any kind of like I never took benzos. My doctor did try to prescribe me benzos once,
mm.
and I didn't take them. I
I
think I took
love
like two
those
of them.
medication names are so Greek to me because I've been against meds my whole life, and luckily
Benzos are like a
mom always,
Xanax.
yeah, like my mom was the one who would shove garlics in my ears and stuff like that, you know. Like there was no natural solution for
That's gonna be me as a mom.
that.
Sage is gonna say, I don't feel good, and she's gonna wake up with onions in her sock.
My own mom got chopped into the medical system, but that didn't happen until I was, old enough to have been raised without it. So, and
Yeah.
older, like I said, now my mom is on product. It's going better. She's doing vibration plate every day. Things are good.
Hmm.
But I always told her because for a little while we didn't have like great conversations because I wanted to help her and she didn't really want to listen. But I told her, I was like, I am like this because you raised me this fucking way. What happened to you? Like you raised me like this. You raised me to be this fucking all natural, and then you are not like, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm very happy that she was when I was young because that's how it all started.
Yeah.
Even though I
Yep. That's
still
definitely gonna be Sage.
but to point out, even though I was raised all natural, real food, no medication, I still dealt with an insane amount of health issues as a child, born with health issues. And guess fucking why? Because of fucking vaccines and shit. So even though you're natural and your family raised you that way, you can still, that like they when you are born, you are already set up for failure.
Yeah.
And then you know like knowing what I know and the way I was raised and the way I was fed food and all this stuff definitely made it not worse, if that makes sense, but I still had it, I still dealt with it, which is why when I started the products, the food technology, I didn't really think it could do very much for me because I'm like, I'm already doing everything, I'm already eating well, I'm already not taking meds,
Yeah.
stuff, still having these crazy like story that I had, and I was like, oh my fucking god, like it could even take care of things that came from like because I wasn't touching meds or anything. So it came obviously from my mom just giving birth to me, her probably
Hmm.
things in her system, and then me as a child. Luckily, I was born in Sweden, and they only gave me us like one vaccine back then, but that was bad enough. That's one too many, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, girl. So I've been off medication. I haven't taken any kind of big pharma meds probably for about 7 years now.
that's awesome.
And I haven't been to the doctor. The only time I was obviously at the doctor was when I was giving birth. And
Mm. How was
I
that?
think
Before we're gonna dig into our actual miscarriage
it
concept.
was
How was birth?
it was honestly very nerve-wracking. I mean, I did it alone. I had my mom there. Um I remember going in and I was like, my whole world's about to change. Like my heart was beating really fast, and then like I wanted to cry because I was so happy, but then like I wanted to be a stubborn hard ass because my mom was there and I didn't want to show any emotion.
Mm.
And so now I'm like just now getting to a point where like I can be sweet and show emotion and know that I don't always have to have such a hard mindset.
With your mom,
And
or do you think that
with my mom, with myself,
as a hard ass, or you just thought that?
do do I think I'm a hard ass or does my mom think I'm a hard ass?
Why did you feel like you had to be that in front of your mom?
Because we don't always like growing up, we were very, very close. We had the best relationship. I mean, she slept with me till I was 13 years old until we moved to Augusta, Georgia, and she finally got her own bedroom because her and my dad did not they just didn't get along growing up. And it was just easier for her to sleep with me. And then when we moved to Augusta, she finally got her own bedroom. And as I got older, I got more rebellious. I started to lash out to her. I mean, I can remember one time she said something to me and it triggered me so bad and I hit her. And I'm like, I don't know what came over me to where I just was like this disgusting child to the woman who birthed me and gave me everything. And then she would retaliate and, I would remind her of my dad and it would just be a hard reminder of her that like I am my father's child
Mm-hmm.
and I will always be my father's child, but just like I'm my father's child, I am my mother's child. So just as much as I had him in me, I always had her in me as well. And I think that she kind of grew to resent all of her kids. She loves all of us. Don't get me wrong, but like she did give up her life to raise us and she dealt with a lot of abuse, a lot of infidelity and a lot of things that a lot of women kept silent because they were afraid to be alone or they were afraid to end it and to because they didn't believe that like they have that shit in them. Like I can remember that if my mom ever wanted to leave, my dad would write notes and I would read them or emails like, if you leave me, I will quit my job and you and the three kids will be homeless. And for a father to say that to to like your mother, like, and then so my mom felt like she had no choice. And so I remember her sitting us down in the hotel in July 2001. She
Mm-hmm.
said, "What do you want me to do?" And all three of us, we all said, let's wait till Erin graduates. Let's wait till she turns 18. Let's, get through this together. We don't want to spend the holidays separately. We want to stay together. And so we did. The day that I turned 18, the day that I graduated, my mom filed for divorce and a few months later, they finally got divorced, but I mean, she really did stay married for us and she included us in that plan. And I think then, once I graduated, I wanted to leave. I didn't want to live at home anymore because there was rules and I was 18. I was now an adult. I wanted to go off and do what high school graduates did and party and have fun and drink and just be a reckless human. And so I moved to Toledo, Ohio for a year and I wasn't really close with her. We talked a lot, but I wasn't like as close with her. And then I decided to move in with my dad, which I think really hit her hard. But I wanted to move. I didn't want to move back to Augusta. Augusta just was not good for me. Everyone was on drugs. I've had many, many friends die of overdoses and things like that that I went to school with, that I was very close with. My first boyfriend that I ever dated died of an overdose. It was a fentanyl overdose. So it was his dealer sold him things knowing it was laced with drugs. And that happens when you do things and you take the risk, and sometimes you get a good bag and sometimes you get a bad bag. And at a very young age, I always knew that like that was not my destiny. I did not want to stay in Augusta, so as soon as I could, I left. And then a year later, I came to Atlanta for college and lived with my dad and his girlfriend that he actually cheated on my mom with. And she hated that. And it's been a rocky relationship that we've had over the past 10 years, but I think now we're getting to a point, obviously, cuz she's getting to watch me be a mother and she's getting to watch me be the person that I was truly destined to be. And I don't think that I was ever put on this planet to work a 9 to 5. I'll never work a 9 to 5. I'll never work for somebody else. I think I was legit put here for a purpose, to make noise, to make people question things, to make people go deep into their brain and actually figure out, like, just like with this whole situation with the McDonald's thing, like it's
Mm-hmm.
so crazy how many people are so blind to the fact that food is poisoning us. And
Yep.
when I quit all my medication, that's when I like the ADHD medication. I think the last script I had was 70 milligrams of Vyvanse. And when she upped my dose from 40 to 70, And I used to drink Starbucks coffee every day, and I just reordered one of my orders without thinking about it, and it was like something that had 6 espresso shots in it. Plus, I also took my medication that day. I thought I
Oh
was going to die.
God, yeah,
I
that.
called my doctor. I said, "My fucking heart rate is almost 200." And they go, "Well, you need to go to the hospital." And I'm like, "Why would I go to the hospital? You gave me these pills. Like, you need
Right.
to fix this now." And they
Fuck them.
basically, yeah, they basically were telling me that I needed to go to the hospital and this and that. And so I said, "You know what? Fuck this. I'm done taking these pills. If I can't focus in school, then I can't take 4 classes anymore. I'm going to have to just take 2 classes." So,
Mm.
I started taking 2 classes at a time. I still graduated with a 3.8, but lessening the load on what my I had to just adjust my life. Like, my mind cannot handle 4 classes. That's why when I'm doing things as an adult now, I can't handle 5, 6 different things at one time. Like, you might think that a person with ADHD is really good at multitasking, but I'm
No, I
not
used to have
because
ADHD also. By the way,
yeah,
if your ADHD is not gone yet, let's talk a little more later because it will.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
waiting for that girl.
Well, I'm gonna say if
I
somebody, so the ACE, the food technology is very helpful in this. But,
mhm.
and I want to say this too, if somebody has ADHD out there and you take our food technology, don't think you wake up and then suddenly you don't have ADHD, because
Yeah, no.
you need to do some mental work on top of this. But that is why my entire presence on this earth and all of my social is all about food technology and health and spirituality. That's where the spirituality comes in. So if somebody's actually interested in resolving all of this, because I can tell you that I had an ADHD brain. Like, anyone who knows me, and nobody that knows me would, like, they would just like, yeah, Maaxx has ADHD. Yeah. Like,
Mhm.
that's, I'm famous for being this fucking ADHD brain. Like,
Yeah.
so I get it. And no, we cannot do fucking a lot of things at a time. That is the thing. We think we can, and we want to do 16 things at a time, and then we get over
Mhm.
fucking whelmed, and then we do
And then
nothing.
I end up not doing
Yes,
anything.
exactly. So
Yeah.
you're
So
100%
now I've
right.
trained my brain to know that I can only handle 2 things at a time. And that's what's right in front of me
Hmm.
and what's going to be the next step after that.
Right.
Anything more than that, it's too much for me. It's an overload and I'll end up crashing and I won't end up failing because I'll keep trying, but
Hmm.
I'll go through a lot of trial and errors. And it took me 31 years to realize that I have to lessen my load to be the best possible version that I can be.
I think though,
Because if I
ADHD or not, there's a book that's called The One Thing. That is one of the best books on the planet, and it's teaching you how to focus on one thing at a time. And I don't think that book was written for ADHD people. I think that book is just what everybody should do, and I don't think it's a good thing for anybody to try to may do too many projects. Like, you, don't get me wrong, like, you can do more than one thing, but you need to have one priority at a time and
right,
finish that fucking
structure.
priority. That's what the whole book is about, and it's incredible. And we've been on for almost 40 minutes, so I think we're going to jump into the miscarriage. And I'm going to play a little video to kind of introduce this whole thing. And we're going to talk about
I-
McDonald's and the correlation with miscarriages. And I want to point out to everybody, I have put together information that are facts. And then on top of this, we are going to have theories based off of those facts. So I am not saying that everything we say tonight is a fact. We are going to share facts and then theories based on them, because there's a lot of facts that makes these theories seem kind of legit. So again, I'm going to try to be clear with everybody on what I'm saying that is a theory and what I'm saying that is actual information. So don't come and say, Maaxx said that you get a miscarriage if you eat a burger. No, that's not what I said. You know?
right.
So I'm going to start with just a little video to introduce the whole thing. I put together so many fun things. Let's go.
Good.
We take the children of our enemy, which is the white race, and we bring them to the basements and the synagogues, where we drain the blood and watch them die there. It's very similar to how we do the sacrifices that we do with the kosher butchering, and so we do that, and then we mix it with the Passover bread, and so we eat the blood of our enemies. And the bodies, we're not cannibals, So what we do is we take those, because we can make some shekels, and we give them to the slaughterhouses, and those are pounds and pounds and pounds of meat that we grind up in the sausage and the hamburger, and that's why we made those the most popular thing, sausage for breakfast and hamburger for lunch. And so all the goyim out here are really eating their children. And even when we say this outright and tell you people, you don't believe it.
Okay, so that, I just figured that video was a pretty good introduction. This video is by no means a fact. This is a video that went around many, many, many years ago. And that was kind of like the introduction to when people started to talk about it. And we pulled up a bunch of research, and I actually found this one article. So we're going to show a lot of different things today, but I found this one article that is actually from 2016. So that's kind of when this, I guess, not going to say that. I guess this is when it started to kind of get known to people, that they found human and rat DNA found in burgers. And there's a lot of articles, and everything I'm sharing on the live is going to be in the replay caption later. So if somebody wants to actually go read these things for yourself or rewatch the videos or something, everything is going to be in the caption. But they've been doing tests where they found the DNAs in the meat. And what they're pointing out, the first isn't necessarily McDonald's alone, but they're just saying meat and sausage in general. And I do understand, because there are people that have been like, but Maaxx, you can't say, you know, McDonald's is not the same in the whole world. Like, I'm Swedish, I know, and I do agree with that the meat might be different in different countries. Absolutely. I do agree with that. It might not be exactly the same, because meat comes from different farms, and obviously McDonald's doesn't buy from one farm, you know? Like, yes, I get it. But you should not eat this shit anywhere. And this is from, so I made this post, actually, I'm going to say maybe February last year. So this is a girl, her name is Lisa Fit. She's a massive online fitness influencer that I followed for many, many years. I was a big fan. I liked how she did stuff. I liked how she spoke. You know, I just, in general, I thought that she was one of the good ones, let's just say. Then suddenly one day she gave birth, and this post popped up on her page, and I kind of lost my shit. I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely lost my shit. And why did I lose my shit? Because she has a network of, who knows, 10 million women probably that are looking at her and taking her advice and getting inspired by her. So every single move she makes, and I worked in marketing for 23 years. I know marketing better than any fucking thing on this planet. Do you know what you do with marketing? You plant things in people's brains in a way to the point where we don't even have to tell you to buy a thing, because you will do it by yourself. That's marketing is hypnotizing in a way. So what you do is, and I don't know the exact number, but they typically say that it takes about 8 impressions for a person to make a move. I don't even have to tell you to buy McDonald's. If you see it everywhere, eventually you were gonna do it without me even asking you to. And that is what fucking marketing is. That's why all of these influencers now, she's giving birth, and in the post it said this: oh, you know, she gave birth and she had been so hungry because she had been in labor for a long time, and the only thing around was McDonald's. So she bought McDonald's because she was so hungry. Okay, wait a second. First of all, you have a planned fucking birth. You are who you are. This lady was by far prepared. And the best thing of all is she did an all natural birth. So obviously she knows shit. She understands shit. And what I want people to understand here is this post is a fucking paycheck. She didn't probably even eat that shit. It might even have been photoshopped into the picture. Who knows? But
yeah, I'm trying to look, like, does that, because it does look a little bit Photoshop. Those fries don't even look real. Those fries look like they're painted on in the back.
well, here's the thing. Let's say that this was the case. Let's say that she was so hungry and she had no food. No, let's say that that's true. Why the fuck do you post that on Instagram? That is my problem with this post. Why the fuck do you post that picture when you know marketing, because you do marketing for a fucking living? This bitch does marketing for a living. She knows what she's doing to people when she posts that picture.
Right.
If you're eating McDonald's, do it in fucking private. Don't post it for 10 million women to think, oh my God, it's okay to have a cheat meal sometimes.
So
oh
we're
my
so
fucking God,
similar.
just die already.
I can
Like,
just envision you when she posted that, you automatically went in on her fucking post, because I do the same thing. When I see influencers online, or like people want, so like there's this one, I can't even remember. It was like some big fitness girl that I followed, and she like posted herself eating a burger. And I was like,
mhm.
we need to stop glorifying this. Like, this is
Yeah,
not okay. Like, you have people looking up to you, following you for
they
fitness
know this.
advice.
That is
So
the problem
yeah,
now.
and you know people are looking to you for this.
There's
So they're gonna see you
like
eating this shit.
Maria over in this little, she lives out in the
Mm,
country. She started her Instagram today. She doesn't really know how it works. Okay, that's one thing. That's one thing. This girl knows exactly what she's doing. Every move she makes is planned out with a marketing fucking agency, probably. She doesn't
yep.
make no mistakes. She doesn't make a post by mistake. That post is planted for you to see it and get unintentionally inspired to think that it's okay to have McDonald's. And it's okay to have it when you gave birth. It's not even okay to
Yeah.
have it if you don't have kids because you're fucking
Yeah.
yourself up. But this
No.
child, everything you do goes into that child. This child had no immune system. Remember, we do food technology. We do Acemannan, which is mannose, which is nature's breast milk. Everything you fucking do goes into that child. So I bet this bitch did not give her child vaccines, but she will eat McDonald's. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
And then all of these women, I lost thousands of followers overnight. Women messaging me and telling me that I am a fucking shithole that is talking shit about a new mom and she's been through a lot and she is actually allowed to have a cheat meal. Oh yeah, she is. She's absolutely allowed. You know what? She can go kill herself in McDonald's. I actually don't care. I don't care what she does to herself. I care what she's doing to you 10 million women watching. That's what I care
Yeah.
about. I don't give a fuck about her.
I think that's where people fail, because
Yeah.
if you want to do that to yourself, that's fine, but don't preach to the rest of the
Yes.
people that it's okay, and that it's not going to make you sick, and that
Yep.
it's something that, oh, they would never poison us. They would never
Of course
actually
they.
put floor cleaner in the food. Like,
I just
look
thought
at
that
the
this
fucking
this lady
ingredients.
maybe didn't have a paycheck, but she had a fucking paycheck just like everyone else. Like just like all of these celebrities promoting vaccine
Mhm.
shit. It's all paychecks.
Yep.
They're getting paid to do
I
that.
had one of my friends who she said she felt cornered because her pediatrician backed her into a corner about the fucking vaccines. I
Yep.
said, the next time you go into your pediatrician's office and
Punch
they
them.
want to force you to do vaccines, they want to force you, tell you they're going to kick you out of the office,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to ask them, can they guarantee that your child will not develop speech delays, will not develop autism, will not develop ADHD, will not develop behavioral
Mm-hmm.
issues?
I would also
Can
ask
you
if they take
guarantee me
Drugs.
that at the end of the year, if my child's fully vaccinated, can you guarantee me that you're not going to receive a check from my child being fully vaccinated? And they're not going to
No, and
confirm
they
any
probably
of it
didn't get
because
vaccinated
they get a
themselves.
check.
They probably didn't give it to their own kids.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fuck them all.
Yep.
Then this fucking Trump post. I mean, when they were writing "Make America Healthy Again" starts tomorrow. Like, is this a fucking joke right here? Like,
I
are
saw that.
people this fucking stupid? And these are supposed to be people. And here's the thing: what my opinion on this doesn't actually matter. I don't trust either of these people. I didn't vote. I don't vote for Trump, and never fucking will. I don't trust any of these people. But that's besides the fact. If you want to trust them, okay, that's on you. But these are the people that's supposed to be now representing and helping this country get healthier. And they
Hmm.
actually made this post. I was like, oh
I
my
know.
fucking God, people have actually lost their minds.
I got a lot of shit for that because I'm a Trump supporter. So when that was posted, everyone was like, "Look
Oh
at
my
your
God,
boy,"
no,
and
I
I
gotta
was
send
like,
you everything
honestly,
after this live.
I don't know what the fuck to think. No, a lot of shit has
Oh
come
no,
up, and a lot of
pause
shit
it.
has been
Sure, you
like,
don't know anything, but maybe do you want to know? I can send you
yeah,
everything.
we can dabble in it because I know
Oh,
that not everyone is perfect.
you can trust any of
I
these
ha-
people. Trust me.
yeah, no, I don't trust any of them, but we had to make a decision, and I think the
Oh, I don't
direction
vote.
that it
I
would
have
have
voted
went.
one time in my life in Sweden when I was 18, and after that, real. Don't even ask me why, but my intuition told me when I was 18 that voting is a fraud and a scam and a
It
lie
is.
and a game, and I haven't
Yeah.
voted since. So, and I don't care. People say, "Oh, but if you don't vote, you no, guys don't understand." If somebody hasn't read the Illuminati's trilogy from 1975, go fucking read the book. Because they told
Yeah.
us everything in 1975. In 1975, they told you everything, even COVID. How the fuck did they know that? They
Mhm.
even tell you voting is only a game to make people go against each other. All of these
Mhm.
people work together. Believe it or fucking not. Trump, Kamala, Biden, all of them are all on the same fucking team. They're
Yeah.
all
No, I believe
hired
that.
and they're all on the same side. So whatever fucking illusion people wanna believe in, like, okay, if you want to be stupid, then be stupid. Like, I'm sorry, but if you really actually look into these things, and that's why I'm saying, don't take my fucking word. Go read the book. It's from 1975, and they told us everything. And I bet that people read that book back in the days and like, what kind of fun novel is this? Like made up story. Fast forward to now that book
All
is
happening.
facts. So I said,
Trust
how did
me.
they know in 1975?
Yep.
Oh, and speaking of that, I have an incredible video to play that actually fit perfect in. Let me see if I can remember. I numbered them so nicely here, but now I gotta figure out.
I
Yeah,
love it.
but it's too small. I can't freaking see. I need a bigger screen. Let me see here. McDonald's. Let me see. It is video. Oh, it's this one. Oh my god, this is so good. Okay, look at this video.
I didn't do my hair. This is literally my wake up hair, but this is all my hair. I used to have
That
three
was not
packs
it.
of
That
hair.
was definitely not it.
Wrong video.
Wait. Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to play the video quick, and now I'm going to dig into what does this upside down M mean, because obviously we don't just want to show something and then not go into the information of what that means. So I did
Right.
some research. And F. Okay,
Listen,
so
I went on a rabbit hole today, so I'm like,
oh yeah. We're going to show everything you sent me to. Okay, so the McDonald's logo flipped upside down is a symbol of celebration for women and their accomplishments. The company has done it in the past in the honor of International Women's Day. Okay, seems cool, right? Nothing wrong with that, right? Celebrating women, that's nice. Then, hold on. Then we go here. Okay, so it's also called, with the upside down M, they're also called the mummy's memories. It's a slang term that refers to a mother's breasts, essentially using the word mummies because blah blah. Okay, so the McDonald's wait, god damn it, I put so many freaking things in. I gotta show them in the right order here. It's the McDonald's mummy shit. Wait. Okay, so I googled the McDonald's mum or the upside down M, and they're saying that it stands for the mummy's memories, which is, so it's symbolizing women, women's breast, and fertility. Isn't that very interesting? That they're
mhm.
symbolizing fertility. I wonder why. Because today, obviously, we're talking about this, and we had a source which we're not sharing right now that said that it told us that McDonald's fries is like a known post IVF tradition, and it means good luck in fertility to eat McDonald's fries. Well, wait, this is kind of interesting. It all kind of goes together now. So the
Yeah, that
McDonald's
baffled
M
me.
means fertility and boobs, and then people eat fries for good luck to get pregnant. I mean, what?
Yep. So when that, my brain literally went to like half these people that make comments like this. Like I know that they watch my posts. I know that they see what I'm sharing, and
Mhm.
some of them I've actually reached out to, and I'm like, "Yo, watch this video." Like they're literally putting like when the food babe Benny Hari, when she got the french fries and she's like, it's so fun to bounce the fries, and I'm just
Mhm.
like, it's because they're putting the same ingredients that's in silly putty in these fucking fries,
Yep.
and women are just blatantly eating it and then questioning, why am I sick?
Yep.
You're eating silly putty, you're literally eating floor cleaner, you're literally eating plastic, and then you're questioning, why am I sick? But you're not actually thinking or using your brain. So
Mhm.
maybe we should do another video. Like this one can be correlated to the miscarriage side, but maybe we need to do a correlation video on like what it's doing to the brain, because is it
Oh
making
yeah,
you dumber,
everything.
or is it making you just like,
Um.
is it going in one ear and it's coming out the other? And I don't know how to say that in a nice way, so I'm just going to say it
Yeah.
exactly how it is in my head, but like
Mhm.
no, make it make sense.
Yep. So I put in some of the info that you sent over. So about this stuff. Wait. So it was McDonald's first. So
Girl,
McDonald's,
and I
like
sent
many,
you the sources.
yeah, like McDonald's, like many fast food chains, has faced scrutiny over the presence of certain chemicals in its food and packaging. Notable concerns include I don't know how to pronounce these things properly, but polyfluoroalkyl substances, PFAS, are synthetic chemicals used in food packaging to resist grease and water. Studies have detected PFAS in packaging from various fast food chains, including McDonald's. These chemicals are persistent in the environment and have been linked to health issues such as cancer and hormone disruption. In response, McDonald's announced plans to eliminate added fluorinated compounds from its guest packaging globally by 2025. Okay, that's this year. How interesting. Then we have all of these different substances like phthalates, acrylamine. So all of this information I put in the caption if somebody wants to dig in and read, but none of this shit should go in your body. Like none of
No.
that shit. So they have all of this in their packaging now. And actually, I'm going to show a thing. So I made a little AI search earlier today about the actual food of McDonald's. And this is what I found. And this is very interesting. So I got two different answers asking two different things. So, what are the real ingredients in McDonald's food? So, AI is telling me McDonald's uses 100% beef patties with no preservatives, fillers, or additives. The only thing added to the beef are salt and pepper. Okay, cool. Same AI told me. So I wrote again, what in McDonald's food could cause health issues? Okay, this is interesting because they just told me that it's 100% beef, nothing added. But it's also telling me that burgers, sausages, and chicken nuggets are processed meats. Wait, they told us it's not, which often includes preservatives, additives, and get behind someone. Wait, they just told me they don't have preservatives and additives, and then they're telling me that that is the stuff that can actually cause health issues. So, what fucking is it? Which one is it?
My question is though, if you go have like a real hamburger from a reputable restaurant or like a vegan restaurant, and you have a real hamburger and you eat it and you taste it. Okay? Taste it. It's in your brain right now. You're thinking of it, your mouth's drooling, right? Okay. So now go have a McDonald's hamburger.
Mm-hmm.
Please, you're gonna get sick. Like there's no way, because I haven't had McDonald's, and so literally the last time I had McDonald's was with Roxana, and we were so drunk that I
Mm-hmm.
don't even want to think about that time, because it literally has probably been about 10 years.
Yeah.
If I went and had it right now, I would be sick for days. I would not only be sick, I would feel sluggish, I would be tired. Most likely I would have something pop up on my face and I would break
Oh
out, because
yeah, that's yep,
yeah,
100%.
no.
But even this, not
You
only
can taste the
McDonald's, but
difference.
let's say you go to like a more reputable restaurant that is supposed to have real burgers. I can tell you that where I live now. So first of all, I ordered straight farm meat, right? That's what I eat. But I
Right.
found a restaurant actually here where I live that makes local farm burgers. Let's just say that it doesn't taste like any restaurant I've had in my entire life. So even if it's not McDonald's, like, just guys, be fucking care about where the fucking shit comes from. So I actually put together a couple of videos here also of just interesting McDonald's shit I found. So let's play a couple of those.
The University of Nebraska took 1/4 pound patty that was headed to McDonald's from a big processing plant and ran some tests on it. They were testing for how many different strains of DNA they could find in that 1/4 pound. Can you guess how many they found? Over 1,300 different strains of DNA were found in that 1/4 pound patty. Now this is very concerning. Over at the shop, we process one animal, take all the whole muscle trim from that one animal, and make our ground beef. So you got over 1,300 different animals in 1/4 pound, or one animal in all those chubs of ground beef that we sell. Something you guys might want to consider next time you guys are buying beef. And remember, guys, buy American.
Baby, if you a McDonald's lover, you're not gonna be loving this. So I don't eat McDonald's because of the ish that I've been hearing about their meat, but I've still been getting it for my kids due to them begging for it. But anyways, long behold, my child was eating a Big Mac and felt something hard in it, and bro, she spit it out and there's a whole freaking tooth. I'm so disgusted, and no, it's not one of hers. I checked to make sure she didn't lose one while eating McDonald's Sanford on Horner. This is not a joke. That's a big old tooth, look like a whole molar. But you know what?
Somebody's finding that. And so I kind of want to just quickly share my theory right now. And this is my theory. This is not a fact. But so it's been shown in a lot of different places, a lot of articles, a lot of videos, a lot of research, that they have found human DNA in McDonald's, right? Okay, so let's say, okay, so why is that a bad thing besides that
Oh,
it's
I'm
disgusting?
instantly
It's disgusting,
thinking of
obviously.
the first video you I miss. Okay.
So they have found human DNA in McDonald's. Okay, so let's fast forward to why is that a bad thing? Besides the fact that it's disgusting. But okay, so if anybody doesn't know this out here, so when they make vaccines, oh, actually, let's say this first. If you have an organ transplant, either you had one or maybe you know somebody that had it, you probably also know that when you get a transplant, your body is going to start to reject the transplant. Your body is going to start to try to kill the organ from the other person. And why is that? Because your body doesn't want other people's DNA. Oh, wait a second. Okay. So if you have an organ transplant, you are going to rely on medication for the rest of your life to make sure your body doesn't kill the organ. Okay, back to human DNA in vaccines. So guess why people are getting really sick from vaccines? One of the reasons is so they're using typically like fetus parts and stuff in vaccines. So guess what? When you inject this vaccine, there's probably a shit ton of chemicals and stuff in it also that is horrible for you, but it also has human DNA. So guess now what do you think? And again, like, I'm just sharing my theory. If you inject this other human DNA into your body, what do you think the body's going to do to that? Because it's rejecting other people's organs. So what do you think it's going to do now when you inject this vaccine? Probably going to try to reject it, right? Okay, go back to McDonald's. So if you have human DNA in McDonald's, what do you think your body wants to do with that? It wants to reject it and try to kill it, right? And then, weirdly enough, there are now a lot of women having miscarriages.
Yeah, I've heard quite a few stories now, and this was the last. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm gonna speak out. I'm gonna start sharing things. I'm gonna start doing more lives. I'm gonna start bringing more attention to it, and I'm gonna start like I'm not gonna be nice about it anymore because the nice approach doesn't work. Because I've been nice. I've been sharing the things on my stories, on my wall, on my pages. And you're watching them. I know you're watching them. You're reacting to them. You're viewing them. I can see who views my story. And then blindly I'm going to be told, well, I didn't know. Like, no. You knew, everyone knows, but they're turning an eye because the government would never. They could
Yeah, of
never.
course they wouldn't, because they have our best
No.
interest, right? They
Right.
probably also think that the fact that the world is run by an upper power is a conspiracy too.
Yeah.
And also, like,
Yep.
the government is not in charge. If somebody actually believes the government is actually in charge, I found a super cool dude on Instagram a little while ago, and so this kid claimed to have been born into Illuminatis, right? His family was Illuminati, so he was automatically born into it. So first I'm just looking at it and I was like, what's this shit? Shared it with a couple of friends. My friends are saying now, oh my god, this dude is a scam. But the thing is, I went down the rabbit hole and I looked through his entire social media. There is no way in the fucking world he has all of this information that is made up. It's too much, and I mean footage from things that this you should never have. And like,
Yeah.
if somebody wants to actually, I think that don't go look at one video from a person and make up your mind. Go down the rabbit hole. So I was like, it's a possibility that this guy's a fraud. But now I looked at so much information from him, and he actually responded to me yesterday to a comment, because he posted, yes. So he posted about his dad that died in cancer. So I respond, obviously, ding. I said, you're Illuminatis. You don't know about cancer cures? I said. Obviously, you would know that. You would know how to cure cancer, because humans have had the cure for cancer always. And he
Yeah.
responded back and he said, of course we do. But my dad was old and he actually lived 7 years with the cancer that was supposed to kill him. So yeah, we know. But he was really old and he kind of just gave up. Okay, fair enough, And now I respond to a couple of other posts and he's been commenting back. And I was like, him and me and this guy isn't on the same side of what we want for humanity. Remember now that this guy and me, we are on the complete opposite sides of what we believe in. Like, I want freedom for humanity. He wants Illuminatis to keep running the power. But him and me can still have a civilized conversation. I am not about fighting my enemy. And he's not even my
Right.
enemy. I'm honestly curious. I am fucking super curious. So I just joined his Discord group because I told him, would you go on a live with me? Like, this would be a killer episode. Because he's literally just telling you to your face, we run you, we control you, we don't give a fuck about you. He's just telling you to your face and showing it. He's
And
like,
is he showing his face too?
no, he doesn't show his face. But so, and the post that kind of made me believe that he was true, because I was like looking at a lot of stuff. He's like, he has so much information and footage and shit. Like, it doesn't make sense that this would be alive. He even has videos of his family injecting blood into each other on Christmas. Like, it's not a like. It's like old fucking granny, 75-year-old sitting and injecting blood. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Fast forward either way, the video that made me actually believe that this is legit is he made a post and he said, I got punished. So there's like a famous punishment for Illuminatis if they don't follow the rules. They basically drop something on their head, so they get a hole in their head. It's kind of brutal. So he said, well, I'm sorry, guys, I shared too much and I got punished. And he's showing this punishment. And it's
And he had a
like, if
fucking
somebody
hole in
actually
his
would
head.
want to look into it, I was
What's
like,
his
why?
Instagram?
Angel Dust. Hold on. Let me pull it up for everybody, because like, I am super fucking intrigued by this guy and I truly want to have a conversation because I really want to know. And here's the thing, as an Illuminati person, they are if somebody doesn't know, okay, so actually let's dig into a little further back in the history of this. Hold on, let me just pull him up. 5-head dead angel. Okay, here is his Instagram. I'm gonna take one thing at a time. ADHD. No, I'm just kidding. So here's his page. It's 5-headed angel. His name is Angel Dust. He had a metal band, which is what it looks like. But I truly think, before somebody judges anything, scroll down and actually take an hour and look at all of his shit. Like, look through all of his videos and then come tell me you don't also believe that he's actually born into this. Like, there's just too much there. He also has a TikTok. If you guys want, I went through the TikTok too, because his TikTok page is older than the Instagram. So he has even before he started posting about this, he posted on TikTok. So they kind of started as a funny skit kind of thing and just made fun of the Illuminati stuff. And then he just started doing it more like information. And he's talking about the LA fires, like everything. He's talking about everything.
Mm,
And
I'm
either way,
looking.
so the upper power, Illuminatis, Freemason, all of these people. So the general rule for everything, whatever you believe in, Illuminatis or demons or whatever the fuck you believe in, the golden rule for all of these people is that they can do whatever the fuck they want as long as they tell us what they're doing. That is the general rule. And the thing is, that's why go back and read the book from 1975 that told us everything, because if they tell us their plans, they're not do like they told us. The fuck, they gave you the warning. And that's what the Illuminatis, they're fully able to share everything they do, but there is a rule. They can't share exact locations and names and faces. That's the
Tell
rule.
me the name of the book again.
Illuminatus Triology. It's Illuminatis but with a U. Illuminatus
Right.
Triology. It's from 1975. I'll send you the link after. There's
Yeah.
audiobook. I have the paper book. I have the audio. I have everything. Also, King Bau, my friend Joel, he did a Rumble live and went through the books on live stream where they read one page at a time and make notes and then go back and discuss each page of what they're actually saying. If somebody doesn't understand and can't read and book and understand, go watch Joel's live, because he's literally going through the entire book on live stream. It's like fucking 10 different live sessions. They went through all of it. Hold on, I need to grab my computer charger real quick. You can keep talking.
Okay. Okay.
At this point, I feel like I have to address it or I'm going to lose my mind. I'm not hiding from them. I'm hiding from you. The ceremonial nature of masks is profound. However, if you repress people
Okay.
for hundreds of years, and you
Charger.
think when the
I have so
revolution
many
comes, they're
cables
not going to
plugged
come
into my
after you with the
computer,
guillotine,
so
you
I
are tripping
have to
balls. They're
I
coming
plug out
for
my
you. So
charger
whereas
sometimes,
masks
and then
started
I'm
off
like, oh no, I should not do that because now I don't have batteries. Okay, here we
He
go.
said, I'm not hiding from them, I'm hiding from you. So the Illuminati, though, you're basically born into it. See,
You
I
can be.
always believed in that.
He's also sharing. He's sharing how you can join the Illuminatis. He's literally sharing the process of becoming an Illuminatis, and he's sharing step by step how to do it, but also telling you that, as you guys can hear, it's almost impossible. Either you're born into it, and he's born into it, so he's not like a top, which he also says. He's a seventh generation Illuminatis, meaning he doesn't really have much say, but he is allowed to be a part of everything they do, and he's allowed to be at the what's it called again, the Grove. Fuck.
Mm.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I just forgot the word right now.
So basically, when the world, these
Chris
are going to
Lorden
be the
says, I
people.
know a lot of stuff of what's going on. So Chris, whatever, if you have any cool information, just share. And I think Chris Lorden has recently started the food technology too, which is awesome to hear his story later. I have a lot of cool people on my pages. But yeah,
Nice.
so this kid, I joined his Discord group to see, what more can I learn here? Because this guy is willing to share. And here's the thing: all of these people that are controlling the world, they will happily fucking tell you to your face what they're doing to you. They don't give a fuck. Because what are you gonna
Yeah.
do? You're still complying, you fucking moron. So here's the
Mhm.
thing: they can tell you whatever they want because you're still doing what they're saying. It's like I'm down the rabbit hole on everything. First of all, guys, taxes are not real. The money system is not real. You are not obligated to pay taxes. And if you truly understand, which is something I will be talking about later, if you understand your rights, you don't have to pay tax, you don't have to pay bills, you don't have to have a driver's license, you can't get arrested, you can't get stopped. None of that shit.
So, what about these people that get arrested for tax evasion?
What is the background to that? And did they know what their right is and which law is supporting them? Because
Okay, let's just, for
if a
instance,
cop,
use
let's
some
say let's
celebrities.
let's say a cop stop you in your car. Like this is real stories from people. Cops stop you in the car and they say, "Give me your driver's license." You said, "I don't have one." Okay, they're gonna arrest you now. And you like, "No, but I don't need to have a driver's license." Remember, the cop doesn't know about this law, because if he did, if the people don't know, it's very difficult for you to know what to do, right? So the smart thing they do is not teach people these laws. If the cop doesn't know, that you don't have to have a driver's license, he's going to try to arrest you because that's all he knows. He thinks he's doing the right thing, right? So how are you going to defend yourself? You have to know where and how do you prove that you're right. You can't just say, I don't have to have one. Like, you got to prove yourself. So learn your fucking rights, learn the laws, and show it to them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if he doesn't know, he doesn't know. So there are famous stories where people get arrested, and let's say you come to court and you prove yourself. What the fuck are they going to do? Do you know how many court cases where people have actually won against the IRS?
Because
this is real. I'm not making this shit up. But you can't go in and be a stubborn child and say, I'm right. Why are you right? Fucking
right,
learn.
go with
You
facts.
gotta learn that and know how to defend yourself. And the thing is, if you can, oh God, you can sue these people at everything. Like so Joel actually got connected with one woman first. So she has this famous story about how she got arrested and they arrested her, and she was a sovereign citizen, meaning no laws apply to her. So they arrested her and she sued the cops for $1 million. This is a real story. And all of these people, so I worked with all of them now. I worked with 3 different coaches. And then there's a 4th one. So I worked with Eternal Zion. She does the secure party creditor stuff. And then I worked with her coach, which does debt discharge. And then the coach over them is Don Keelam, which I can't afford him. He's fucking ridiculously expensive. But and then now I have a 3rd person I've been working with to do all of this stuff. So I can tell you guys that I spent like 2 straight months and I read all the laws. And to be honest, I'm going to go in and read them again because I want to know them by heart. I want to know the fucking laws by heart. And then one thing that I did, which I want to release eventually, I took all the laws and I translated them into a child's book in ChatGPT. That's the only time where AI is good. So I took the laws, and I'm Swedish, English isn't my first language, and I don't necessarily understand everything in a law book. I don't. So I was like, I understand a lot, but I took it and I translated it into child's language. I was like, now I understand everything. And now everyone can understand everything. Because I'm a very smart person, but when it comes to like, Joel always tells me all the time, I misunderstand things in English sometimes because it's not my fucking language. So I don't understand everything in English all the time. It might seem like I do, but I don't. If that makes sense. So
I want to learn more about this.
It for the world, so everyone should know their rights.
I want to learn more about this tax thing, but that's another day.
I'll tell you everything, girl. But I don't like to go in and share. Here's the thing. We're sitting here today and you see how we haven't even shared half of the information. Like, we have videos and we have articles and all the shit. Like, I don't want to talk about it before I have everything prepared.
Somebody that I went to high school with wrote on my Instagram live and said that the USA is set up as a corporation. So our birth certificates are basically us agreeing to pay taxes to the business. We can be a US national, but not a US citizen and not be held up to these laws.
Yes.
So I have to be a US national instead of a US citizen. How do I become a US national?
The US national citizenship is just a simple application you submit. And your birth certificate, you can also, I'll send you the application. I got it.
I'm fixing to fill it out right now.
Oh, yeah, I'll send it to you. So you just fill it out, basically, and I'm just waiting for a replacement for so you need your birth certificate prepared while you fill it out. You're going to need the information on your birth certificate. And I'm Swedish.
Oh, I have that.
I have a neutralization form. So my neutralization form got lost in a move, so I had to order a replacement, and I'm just waiting for it to do it, basically. So you can be a national citizen. You can also be a sovereign citizen. This is a little different, and the sovereign citizenship is a little more risky. So I advise everyone to look into what you're doing before you do it. So, Erin, don't just fill out an application.
I'm doing it. I listen to my friends. You need my credit card, whatever you need.
No, but don't.
No, I know what you're saying.
You have to.
No, I'm just saying
what you're doing. Otherwise,
no.
Get screwed over later. You need to understand why and what you're doing, and what.
Okay, so how does that affect? I guess I need to do some digging because I would be curious to see.
Your social security is attached to a bank account with money that is supposed to pay for you. That's why you can debt discharge. You can simply not pay your bills. But it's not just to not pay your bills and just like, Like there's
Right.
a little more to it. First of all, learn the laws, understand what your right is, because nobody's going to just do it for you. If you say,
Yeah.
hey, I don't want to pay my bill, and you tell the bank, hey, I don't want to pay for this bill here, they're not going to just agree with you. They're going to say no. Because again, the bank person probably doesn't fucking know even. They're not trying to be an asshole to you. They don't fucking know. So you have to
Yeah.
know what the fuck you're doing and who to ask. So I said there's a little work behind all of this. It's not as easy to just not do it. But when you understand, you understand.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's just say. Yeah.
This is about to be my next rabbit hole.
And there, oh
I
my God,
have
yeah. I can tell
done
you,
my
I've never in
1099s
my
for my
life,
employees, and
I've never
I'm
been,
ready to go down this rabbit hole
I've never
because
been
I went down a
interested
rabbit
in
hole
reading
today on
law
this
books.
whole.
I've never in my life wanted to read law books. Let's just say that I'm
Uh-huh.
like, this is so interesting. And when you understand, and also when you're born, so your birth certificate is basically you signing off, they fucking own you. And you can call in and also re-register your I don't know if I'm saying the terms right. You can register your birth certificate to basically take over the right of that you're being a living person. Like it's not so complicated. You just need to know what you're doing and not just fuck around with it, because you're going to have to be able to defend yourself, because you're probably going to end up
2025 is going to be the year that I read.
yeah. There's going to be a situation where maybe somebody's trying to catch you for what you're doing, and then that's when you need to understand why you were able. So like I saw a video online on this woman, like she's just being a fucking, she get arrested and she's like, I don't have a driver's license. And the cop is like, I'm going to arrest you. She's like, no, you can't. And he's like, yes, I can. She's like, no, I actually don't need to have a driver's license. She's right, though. She is. But she has no clue why. That was all she knew. So, like, of course they're just going to arrest you. And then what do you do now? She's like, I don't
Right.
need it. And everyone's like, okay, you're stupid. Like you're
Yeah.
going to
No,
have
I've
to.
seen these videos circling on TikTok where
Yeah.
they hold up their thing and they say I
Mm-hmm.
don't actually need a driver's
No,
license,
you
and
don't.
so
Yeah.
I've heard of these things,
Mm-hmm.
but I never actually I thought that it like they just weren't from here, and that this is information that I've heard of, but it's now making more sense and it's registering.
Mm-hmm.
Um yeah,
And
he
also,
said think
here's
of
I
Amish people,
know
they
so
only
many
live by common
people.
law.
I know so many, and here's something that people need to understand. If you file your taxes and you try to say that you made less money than you did, you committed a crime. You lied.
Mhm.
But if you never file, you didn't do anything wrong.
But do I still have to file?
Here's the thing. You can just not file and see what happens. Here's the thing. Do you know how many friends I have who just don't file? Like, what do you think they're going to do? Come
I'm
knock on your
so
door?
deathly afraid that they're gonna come for me one day.
I mean,
Oh,
here's the thing. So okay. So I'm gonna explain another thing. I'm Swedish, right? I came to the
right.
United States. I want to have a green card. To get a green card, they require you to submit your taxes. Okay, I submitted my taxes because here's the thing: they can deny you shit. If I want a green card, I'm gonna have to play the fucking rules to get the green card. So I had to pay my taxes, or I wouldn't have a green card. Now I'm a citizen, though. That's a different fucking story. Like, you might have to play the game depending on what the fuck your goal is with your life. Like, the question is it worth for you to just play it safe and just be a puppet in the matrix? Like, then maybe it is. Maybe you don't want to have this headache on learning this shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck you want out of your
No,
life.
I want the headache. That's my
Yeah,
problem. I've
I mean,
never
I'm not
played
talking
by the
about you
rules. I'm never gonna be
I'm not
like,
talking
yeah,
about you
I have to be there
specifically.
at 9 o'clock till 5 p.m. Let
Yeah,
me just put my suit and tie on, and I'll be there at 9, and I'll leave at 5. Like, fuck no,
yeah,
that's never gonna be me. Never will be me. Never has been me.
yeah.
And I don't want to play by the rules anymore. I'm over this. And
Me too.
I agree with you completely. I think taxes are a fucking joke. I think the entire government's a fucking joke. I think, people are backed into corners, and at sometimes we pick who we think is going to be best, and at the end of the day they are all connected. They all probably sit in a room together and they talk about shit. So a U.S. national refers to someone who has the right to reside in the United States without limitation and may not be a U.S. citizen. So I wonder how this would apply
You
to
can
people
have, so
who.
you can also, if you're a national citizen, you don't have to have a passport to travel. So I'm gonna send you the information. You can look at it. Don't just fill out the application. Like actually do some looking first. And
Right.
know, again, I want you to know what you're doing, and I don't want somebody to come knock on your door and you get in trouble because you don't know what to do.
What if I get pulled over and like I'm in a state that weed's not legal and I have weed in my car and I'm at this point I'm natural. I'm a US national, I'm not a US citizen. Am I still held
I
to?
don't know the weed law. But I don't smoke weed, so I don't necessarily look into that part. I can't answer that one. I'm sure we can figure everything out. And here's the thing, I didn't want this to have this conversation on a live yet because I'm not ready yet for that, but it will come. I'm just teasing it. I don't want to share anything on a live yet because
Okay.
when I share this on a live for real, I am already going to be living the life. That's what. I
Right.
don't want to share it until I live and breathe and walk the walk. So that's why I can't submit mine yet because I'm waiting for the fucking paperwork. And here's the thing, when you lose your neutralization form, okay, I'm going to tell you guys never do that because it takes 12 months to get a replacement copy. 12 months. I can't even get a fucking new driver's license. It expired and I can't get a new one. So don't lose your fucking paper, guys. I'm telling you that. I did
Right.
not expect that. So this is why I'm literally just sitting here waiting, rolling my thumb and waiting for the fucking paper. And again, I don't know. Hopefully it comes soon. I've submitted a request for urgency because I told them I can't get a driver's license and that's kind of urgent. I told them. So we'll see what happens. But again, like I will share, but when I share, I've already done it. Somebody said on my Rumble, the IRS and federal taxes were voluntary and there's no federal law. Yes, correct. So they've even like there are actual recordings from court where the government is saying this. They're basically saying taxes are voluntary and thank you everybody that does it. That's Joel has a video of that. But back to the miscarriage thing. Let me see if I shared because we had a lot of information. I also
Let me use the
put up a
bathroom while you're
bunch.
pulling up the next thing.
Yes, I'm just gonna read some information. Okay, so I'm gonna read some of this. I'm gonna screen share. I put up a bunch of information on a ChatGPT or a Grok. Sorry, Grok. I use Grok. Just about it. And remember before how McDonald's told us that they have 100% beef only. So it's 100% beef with no preservatives and fillers. Yeah, great. Of course it is. French fries, we have a lot of shit. So vegetable oil is horrible. Canola oil, corn oil, soybean oil, hydrogenated soybean oil. Yeah, okay. Just a bunch of bullshit, basically. So they're trying to pretend that the beef patty is fine, but everything else is shit. We got preservative, dextrose, sodium acid, shit, chicken nuggets. I don't even want to know. Food starch. Yeah, just a bunch of nonsense. And also,
And then I even sent you a thing and I asked how did it correlate to miscarriages. It said every single one of these ingredients and exactly how it correlated to.
oh yeah, so that was. I'm gonna pull it up again. It was it 10? Let me see here. Was it this one? McDonald's. Okay, so all of these ingredients, and then here we had it. If someone is trying to consumes food containing PFAS, phthalates, acrylamide, TBHQ sounds like a gender, and a dimethylpolysolic something, there are potential reproductive and overall health risk. Oh, wait a second. Didn't McDonald's just tell us they only use 100% beef? Okay. So here's how each chemical can impact fertility and pregnancy. So PFAS, health risks for fertility and pregnancy, hormone disruption. PFAS interfere with estrogen and progesterone levels. Oh my God, those are kind of important for pregnancy, I would say, which regulate ovulation and menstrual cycles. Reduced fertility. Studies have linked higher PFAS exposure to delayed conception and lower pregnancy rates. Increased risk of miscarriage. Oh, really? Some research suggests that a connection between PFAS exposure and higher rates of pregnancy loss, lower birth weight. Babies exposed in the womb may have lower birth weights and development delays. Sources in McDonald's found in food packaging, wrappers, and containers. Sweet. That's just the first ingredients. Then we have phthalates. Maybe that's how you say it. Reduced egg quality and ovulation issues. Phthalates can disrupt ovarian function, leading to irregular cycles and lower egg quality. Hormone imbalances. Here's the thing: if you have a hormone imbalance, then just that alone will fuck you up. So, I mean, that's
Right.
like all we need to know, really, because the hormones are basically all of this, all the pregnancy. Exposure is linked to lower progesterone and estrogen, which, so actually, side note, I'm gonna tell you guys something that I experienced myself. So I used to get progesterone drops, like pretty crazy ones. And what happened to me when that happened was this: I swelled up like a balloon. I got pain in my body to the point where I couldn't walk. And I had a friend who was helping me and worked with hormones and stuff. And he said, "You would never be able to carry a child in your body. If you ever got pregnant, the baby would die." So that's only the progesterone alone. If your progesterone gets all fucked up, like, you will automatically have a miscarriage. So honestly, that is all we need to fucking know here. Okay, let's get back.
All I wanted to do was find the correlation because I knew that it was related. And it's not just McDonald's. It's probably a lot of fast foods, but I think McDonald's gets a lot of scrutiny because people know how toxic it is, but because these chemicals are also so highly addictive, it's like you crave it sometimes. I don't crave it because I haven't had it in 10 years, but I mean, just right here it says, that direct evidence that the McDonald's food has contaminants of formaldehyde. So I just looked up formaldehyde, a fact sheet.
EDHX and oxidative stress increases free radicals, which can damage egg and sperm quality. Well, stress alone can cause a miscarriage. And then hormone imbalance. And so every single one of these ingredients causes hormone imbalances.
And then, Yep. Formaldehyde is a colorless, flammable gas with a distinct odor, and it's produced naturally by animals, plants, and humans. So no wonder that it's found in their food because obviously it's used in building materials and used as a preservative in household products. So in laboratories, they use it in, like, morticians use it to preserve dead bodies. And it's found in food in McDonald's. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yes.
Particle boards, glues, and fabrics.
I went on Grok and just asked tons of questions. So remember the first one where it said that it was actual pure real food in McDonald's, but then they also says, I asked Grok, why do people get sick from McDonald's? And first it's saying, okay, high fat and sodium. Okay, I wouldn't be so concerned about these two, honestly, because that's probably the least problem. But additives and preservatives, which they told us they don't use. We're interesting. And then we got the chemicals, artificial flavoring, and also I don't know about the portion size. Yeah, they're just this dumb shit. Quality of ingredients, yes, because it's no quality at all. Cross contamination. Yeah, even if they did have some ingredients in there that actually maybe is real food, they're being contaminated by everything else in there anyway. So
right.
And then at the bottom line, they put everything in toxic packaging. So even if it was food, now they're fucking it up regardless.
With the
Yeah. Oh, eating too quickly. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, dumb shit. But so much nonsense. Let's see if I had any other videos. Yeah. No. And then we have all the articles that you sent me here. Yeah, let's go through those too. Here we go. Okay, so we had here. This is the one I found. Oh, so here's a very cool one that I found. So I googled McDonald's USA ingredients, and do note that this is on the cancerinstitute.org's website. Why is this on the cancer website? Why is there nutrition panel on the fucking cancer website? And then they're trying to say that it's 100% beef patty. What's 100% beef? And here's the thing: is beef patty maybe like a name for their thing? Do you think that beef patty is actually what they just call their beef thing?
Just like natural flavors, but natural
I mean,
flavors could
it
be
is-
like
it's
hundreds
beef
of different
patty.
toxic
Here's the thing.
things.
Beef is beef. Beef is it. But if they call it a beef patty, maybe that's just their product name for their, and then they're actually right. It is 100% beef patty in a way, if that's what they're calling that thing. But it's not 100%
Right.
beef. That it's not. Absolutely not. Because again, beef patty and then a little fucking thing on there. What the fuck does that mean? It's just
You're right.
stupidity, and I don't understand why this is on the cancerinstitute.org's website. Why is it on there? Makes no fucking sense, right?
Go back to the one where it said human and rat DNA
Oh yeah.
found in McDonald's food.
Here, human.
I want Bonnie Hari. You know what? Matter of fact, I want me and you to fucking take on McDonald's, because what in the actual fuck?
Yep. What if there was
Human and rat
DNA? Well, yeah. What if there's a lot of shit in here that shouldn't be there? I would like to say. Yeah.
I should go get a job there and go undercover. I mean, honestly, I don't even need to fucking do that. I can order the food and take it to a lab myself.
Okay, so this is the one you sent. So McDonald's announces global ban of toxic chemicals in food.
But look at that date. That was from 2021. They post things for they post things to get people to think that, okay, and they probably took one toxic thing out.
Eliminating PFAS in packaging by 2025. What about the rest of the toxic ingredients? Only this one?
Right. By 2025, why is it going to take 4 years?
No, but also remember how many different ones we had. So they're banning one of them now. So that will make a lot of people now think, oh my God, McDonald's are so good. But remember, guys, this is just one out of all of these toxic ingredients. So even if they did ban this one, you're still going to experience all of the same fucking bullshit anyway, because they're only taking away one of them. And they might actually be so, because that's how they make themselves look good in stupid people's eyes.
I think that.
And in 2021, they said that they would take it away in 25. Like,
you know what we need to do? You're good at stuff like this. Why don't we start a petition? You know how Bonnie Hari started one to remove all the artificial dyes in the Kellogg cereal, and she got over almost 500,000 signatures, and she actually got their attention.
And that actually worked. I believe more in. Here's the thing, girl. Okay, so we're here. You're thinking here, but we're already working on there. And I don't necessarily need to share everything on here, and I won't. But we're working with somebody right now to learn how to do things that the military does to spy on people. That's why I'm very big into spirituality. If somebody's ever heard about remote viewing, maybe.
Yeah.
If somebody doesn't know what remote viewing is, you can Google the Monroe Institute. That's where the government hires their people. And me and Joel had this desire of going to the Monroe Institute, but something always held us back because it's government related. And we're like, there's no way they have good intentions. But let's just say that I'm learning that right now. So what if I told you that instead of us sitting here and guessing, what if we can just go see what's actually going on?
Literally.
Well, I think that's probably the best way to do it, right? So yeah, and I mean, also I want to find the missing kids. That's another reason. So if somebody's interested in actually learning this shit, and if somebody is actually for real, and you truly want to make a fucking difference, here's the thing: you can do little things. You don't have to be all crazy like I am, but you can either just join us in the Acemannan project, because I know that you guys know this, but I'm gonna show it again anyway, because for every time you buy something, we donate it to the kids. So
as it already is,
these children
to be a reason or a symbol of absolute peace, prosperity, abundance, and change. Creating that tribe of people that can actually bring change when they come together.
And that's it, honey. You don't need the funds. You need the collaboration. You need the love. You need the tribe. You need the community. You need the resonance, right?
Yes.
With that, everything else will be created. Going through the money is an old...
completely crazy stuff like we do, you can simply just join us in that project and you're actually saving a lot of people's lives. And then if you're a little nut job like I am and want to go even deeper into this shit, just let me know. Just let me know.
Yes, girl. I'm all for it. I think that this movement's definitely going to open up a lot of eyes this year.
And that's why here's
and I'm on a nonstop track with it.
For all you people that are Trump fans and all this shit, I fucking hope you're right. I really do. I don't think you are. I don't trust him. I think he's a piece of shit. But I truly hope I'm wrong. I really do.
Yeah. I think we're all hoping that secretly.
Because I hope they're doing what they're saying and actually want to push for natural health. And even though I know other stuff they do, which makes if they help us with that part, I'm willing to pretend I didn't see a few of those things.
Right. No, I completely understand.
Still a problem, but
is there a way when you share this, to share those sources as well? That
it's already going. It's posting on Rumble as we do it. So the moment we hang up, it's already on Rumble, and then I edit like little short videos afterwards out of it. Your story will be your Acemannan story is its own thing also.
Cool.
Because that alone is crazy. If you guys haven't seen, actually, I want to play the Cody video because did I show you the Cody video? Have you seen it?
No, but I mean, share my story. I think the craziest part, and I really wish that I documented more because I hope people don't think I'm exaggerating when I say it was literally months of me hacking shit up. Months.
It all came out.
Yeah, it all came out, and I notice if I take if I'm starting to feel a little bit if I have a headache or something, I'll double up on my immune for the day.
If you had done a double dose of everything, it would have gone so much quicker. But
and in the beginning, do you remember?
I didn't even know that.
I was only taking half the dose because I thought I was just supposed to take it once a day. I was only taking half the dose.
Because I don't want people to think they're going to be coughing for 4 months here. So if you're on the product, please reach out with questions right away in the beginning. Don't wait till 2 months in and you're like, it's not working, and then you stop. And I just talked to my friend's mom today, so she had been taking it for 2 months and then stopped because she's like, this isn't working. And then I talked to her today, and it's kind of the same story. She was just doing everything not at all and I was like, please just hit me up before you stop, because here's the thing. It's proven that this will fucking help you, but if you're not doing it right, or you're doing too little or too much or wrong, it might not happen the way you expected it to. So I really, so my friend Ben, he started and then he was detoxing, and then he didn't, without telling us, he started taking 6 servings a day, and his fucking hair grew back in 2 weeks. I'm not saying you have to take 6 servings a day, but he did, and look at the fucking speed it happened. So maybe instead of stopping, fucking hit us up and we'll give you a recommendation of what you can do to get better faster. And then if you can't do that, that's a different thing. But if you know in your heart that here's saying this will work, it's proven to fucking work for every human being. It's mother's breast milk. How does mother's breast milk not work in your body? Explain that to me. That's literally how you were born and how you came to this fucking planet.
No. People just have to look at the results and look at the testimonies and look at what's actually happening in real life right in front of them. And I mean, it's a no-brainer.
But we have so many fucking stories, and I still have people that are my close friends that soon I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You fucking watch everything I do and you still didn't fucking do it? Okay, fuck you. Fuck you.
Right.
I had a person actually that I know very well, that know it all, and kind of did that dumb shit where just tried it for probably a couple of weeks and then stopped. And then I just
Mm-hmm.
saw this person promote something today that made me so angry. And I'm just like, fuck you. Fuck you. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What did they pay you? Tell me what they paid you. Like, come on.
Right.
The fuck is wrong with people? I
I know.
understand you're struggling financially, but selling your fucking soul is only going to make you worse. It's not going
I
to make
know.
you.
I had a
You
company
can't
reach out to me.
you can't
All
fool
I
the
could think
fucking
about,
universe. You can't
right,
fool the
all I could
universe.
think about was you. You were like, this company's paying me XXX amount of dollars per month, but when they wouldn't remove the artificial dyes, I said, fuck that, and I'm not with the company anymore. So I had a company reach out to me because they wanted me to promote their new creatine supplements, and I'm basically
Yeah.
like, not all the ingredients in here align with what I believe in. So like, we can talk about you guys
We don't
maybe
even
removing
need
the
creatine.
yeah. But I basically was like, it's not, it doesn't really, the ingredients don't align with what like, I
No,
align with. So,
you already know the story. Here's the thing. If you actually wanted to, you could shut down every business you have and only do this. But you haven't been there yet. You
mm-hmm,
just need to be ready for that and we'll make it fucking happen.
mm-hmm,
Like,
yeah.
people sometimes don't know what people like, I don't have a big social media. I don't care. All it takes is for
It's
you to
not
get
a, yeah.
one person. Like, we talked to somebody today. Do you know what Joel told me? That one dream he had was to change the trucker industry. If all truckers would be on the Acemannan, they would not have pain when they drive for like all of their long truck drives, right? And
Right.
then, having this call today, and this girl is like, wait a second, my family owns the biggest business like in the country. Oh wait, what? All it takes is one fucking person to
One
change
fucking
everything.
person.
How do you think that
No, I agree.
our products are already in a very big famous hospital? Imagine that person that made that happen. And don't belittle yourself, people. You might have 5 followers and live out in the forest, but you happen to have one uncle that owned a hospital. I don't fucking know, whatever. Or I told this one woman once. So this is a woman, doesn't really have a social media, was going through a bunch of shit. So I said, buy the product. I don't have any money. She said, and I said, let me help you. She works for the HR for a company that if she got me one meeting with them, it could change her fucking life. Because if that company has the resources to give all of their employees that and
Mm-hmm.
literally improve their entire business, like, people, don't belittle yourself. You have a job. All it takes is to book one meeting. You don't even have to talk. You just need to make the meeting happen.
Happen.
Like, it's
Yep.
very fucking, it's not so damn complicated, but people just think that, oh my god, I'm a nobody. And I'm gonna share some honest truth to you guys. I don't sell anything barely through Instagram because I'm fucking banned everywhere. I might have a bunch of followers, but nobody sees my shit. So Erin, you
Yeah.
probably have better reach than I do. And
Yeah.
you people with 100 followers probably have more reach than I do. If I
I
just
used to
post,
get a
people
lot
don't
more
buy.
views,
That's not how it
but I will
works.
tell you, I'm gonna be getting banned soon because I keep posting shit and I keep not giving a fuck about their little dumb fact checks, and they
Have
won't
you
even let me
seen?
enter my
Oh
tax
my god! I
information.
need to. Have you seen the fact check updates they did?
Yeah, no, they won't even let me enter my tax information anymore because I've
Oh
been
yeah.
fact checked so many times. I used to get paid on Instagram per post, per live, and per view. And now I can't, I don't get paid shit. It won't even, it says enter your tax info to
I know.
receive your bonuses. And when I
But
go
the
to enter
bonus
it in,
never
it does, it like,
come ever. But I mean, so the fact check things now are like, it will tell you that it fact check you, and when you click on it, it says no fact check available. So like, it's just a bunch of bullshit.
yeah, because you saw Zuckerman came out with that thing on Facebook. He posted a video about how basically they got overwhelmed with their fact checked and they were being backed into a corner by the Biden administration, and he blamed
Yeah,
it all on the Biden
he was saying it
administration.
in
And
generosity
then
too, I think.
yeah, and then he was like, so we've lessened our approach when it comes to fact checking things. And I'm pretty sure I posted something that day about, I don't even remember what it was, but I got fact checked. And I'm
Mhm.
like, this is like actual real information and I'm being fact checked on it.
Yeah, it's dumb shit. I'm gonna show the actually because there were 2 more articles that you sent me. So we had one here, and I'm gonna put everything in the caption. Top 6 toxic ingredients used by McDonald's. We got acrylamide, carbonamide. You know, here's the thing:
Yep.
if you can't pronounce the shit, don't eat it. Like, let's
Fuck
just make
no.
it simple. I can't even fucking
That's
read
some
this
shit that I did in organic chemistry. Like, I
Yeah.
learned like all these chemicals and I can't even fucking pronounce them,
No.
but I can tell you,
Don't
like,
eat
no.
anything you can't pronounce. It's kind of easy. Okay, here potential harmful industrial chemicals detected in used fast food. It's like you should never eat anything that you can't fucking read. And there are things that you can read that you shouldn't eat either. Like, for example, sucralose, guys. I can say that. Don't eat that. It's no. Just don't fucking do that. There's sucralose is basically like the majority of sports supplements, and sucralose basically kills your gut microbiome. Guess what we do with the Acemannan? We try to recover your poor ass gut microbiome. That's what we do. And you just go out and fuck it up and kill it. Like, just don't do that. And if somebody's trying, then here's the thing: buy any sports supplement brand and they have it in there. Why?
Money.
Like, it just doesn't make any fucking sense, you know? It's just a bunch of bullshit. And I just want to pull this up again because this is like the best and worst thing I've fucking seen in a very long time. So this is the one there. The one where it says McDonald's fries is like known as a post IVF tradition for good luck in the fertility community. Just read that again. Read it like 20 times. What the fuck is that? And we even if, let's say, they actually were for real and they did have 100% beef, it still said that their fries were full of just nonsense. And the fries
Yeah.
is what they're eating
And the
here.
packaging.
Fucking
A lot of the toxicity is how it's cooked, yes, but more so is in the packaging.
Yeah.
And when when the food is hot and it's put on that plastic packaging, that plastic wrapper, that paper carton, like that's when the chemicals are released
right
and
in
it
there.
gets
Yeah.
soaked up into the food,
Why do
and
you
then
think
you're
I
a fucking
drink
sheep.
I drink my fucking water in a glass bottle?
I saw you drinking that earlier and I was like,
It's a glass bottle. You just have to be a little careful when you put it down, but
yeah,
yes, I use glass.
I still use a Stanley.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, actually, I want to point that out. So, speaking of, I recently did a test. A little while ago, we released our new product called Core, and I'm gonna pull it up and show it. So, Core came
Which
out.
I love.
Have you used it,
Yeah.
girl?
I'm trying to order more. I
I
can't
have
remember what my
zero.
password
I
is.
did a test. I have 0 heavy metals in my body and 0 chemicals. I didn't even think that was possible. And I also have 0 parasites.
Does the
couldn't even
core
fucking think that was
detox you
possible.
from all that?
Okay, publicly we're allowed to say heavy metals so far. Yes, detoxes you. It's really good.
Okay, so that's why I felt so
Here's the thing.
fucking great when
Also,
I was taking it.
I want to point out to people that this is a new product, meaning that we are not yet approved to say certain things because it just came out. We have certain research we're allowed to
We're
share.
never gonna
And
be
we
approved
have
to say any fucking thing.
don't say that. We don't want to manifest the wrong thing here. But yes, so this is really good. And actually, so I started this remote viewing astral course, and I was told that before you do this course, you want to be pure and clean and detoxed. So it's really good to do a heavy metal detox. So as you can see here, heavy Alovea core blend for defense and repair of the gut, immune system optimization, oxidative and inflammatory biomarker control, and heavy metal detoxification. So
That is why
I've been using it every day, and I've only done normal serving. I'm just straight honest with everything I do. I've only done one pack a day. That's it. They're telling you that if you suspect that you're pretty shitty, you can do 2 a day. But I did 1 a day, and I did it since the bag came out, and I have 0 heavy metals in my body, and I'm very proud.
I would incorporate it in my morning drink with the fuel, the focus, and the core, and that was like my pre-workout. I stopped picking.
Taste, so you guys can put it in anything.
No, I loved the way that it made me feel, to the point where if I forgot my core and I went to the gym and worked out and then went on about my day, I noticed a huge difference.
Yeah. Oh, actually, so I am super fucking pumped that you come into Bear Lake. So if anybody here is interested in becoming an Alovea pro, you can hit up either me or Erin and just ask us about how that works. And I'm just gonna show. So we have.
I need to sign up 7.
Said
You
no
want
one
to say
was a
this next
sheep
year?
to a goat. Yeah. Welcome to the main event. Applying pressure, but I promise I ain't make a dent. In the heads, living free, I ain't paying rent. Wake up in the AM, making G's like Mercedes Benz. Whoa, hey, please don't take offense. It isn't you, I'm just not interested in making friends. My biggest fear is finding.
So we have this big event in Bear Lake coming up. So if somebody's interested in actually jumping right into it and maybe do this, maybe grow a business out of it. The Bear Lake trip is in the end of February. We still have a few spots left. If you hit us up now, you can apply. And what does it take to get approved? So you can either be an athlete. That's awesome, of course. You can also be some sort of coach. It can be a training coach. It can be a nutrition coach. But honestly, it can be any coach because let's say you coach people in more in business. I don't fucking know. Let's say you're a business coach. You're helping people grow their businesses. You have a network. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for people that have a network of people. You can be any coach. Like any. So I actually want to pull up the website and show you guys some of the. So you don't think that you couldn't apply for this. I'm just going to show you some of the pros we have just so you understand that it could be you. Let me see here. Here we go. So Michelle here, she's a dental hygienist. Look at that. Meaning she's a dentist. She has clients. Oh, that's awesome, right? Practitioner. Don't really necessarily know what that is.
Are these people who are all coming?
I don't know if everybody's coming to the event. No.
These are just
Let
the
me see.
pros?
Massage therapist. Yeah, these are pros. Registered
Show me my
nurse.
picture.
There's nothing in. This is a brand new website. It came out 2 days ago.
Oh,
Nothing is structured
okay.
yet. No, we're getting there. Nothing is structured yet. I'm just showing people that you don't have to be like a fitness pro.
Sugar does not lower. Oh wait, sugar does lower your immune system. Yes, somebody said on my Instagram live that sugar lower.
For sure it
Yeah,
does.
that's
Even
like a
fruit
given.
sugar. So you guys need to be careful with fruit sugar. You can still eat fruit. Don't get me wrong, but any sugar, if you eat too
In
much,
moderation.
yeah, so here's Rebecca, which she's competing in the same as me. Rebecca is going to be on my live tomorrow. She had a birth heart condition that suddenly doesn't exist anymore. That's pretty cool. She's going to share her story. She went to her doctor, texted me and said, Maaxx, this is impossible. And I'm like, nope, it's not. So yeah, that's going to be her first time sharing that. So you guys see there's not just here, we have a doctor, we have a holistic. Okay, there are a lot of like health coaches, obviously. But if you have a big network of some sort, a lot of massage therapists actually. But we don't want to limit it. If you have a network of people, if you're a business coach or whatever, just fucking apply. What's the worst thing you get? That's a no, and then you can still be a business partner. The only difference, and I'm gonna share why is pro just a little bit better? Like as a business, you can sign up as a business partner. Anyone can, and you order your products, and then you can get commission on when you refer it. Okay, cool. If you're a pro, on top of being a business partner, you get a bunch of free shit. So that's like the good thing with a pro, you get some free stuff, right? But even if you're not a pro, you can still do the same thing. And we have big events. So this event now in Bear Lake is for pros only. Then we have another massive event, which I fucking hope you can come to that too, because our biggest event of the whole year is in April in Dallas. Trust me when I say you can't leave that place without crying. You can't.
What are the dates?
People from all over the world that do this. And my first time ever was last year. I walked into that room and I just knew I was home. Like I'd never met a soul. I hadn't even met Joel back then. Yeah, I was brand new to this. I'd never met any of them, and I walk into this room and that was my family.
Okay, you'll need to send me
they're just releasing tickets this weekend, I think, to Dallas. But so the Bear Lake and this we also have other trips. People can get to go meet the kids and stuff. The kids trip are usually like an incentive, so you can win it and they pay the trip for you. The Dallas and the Bear Lake, you can just buy a ticket. You just buy a ticket to the event. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how
Okay,
much
cool.
it is. Maybe it's $100 or something. I don't know. Basically for the seminars, because not only do you get to hear people's stories, but you get business coaching, personal growth seminars. Like, there's everything you can potentially need to be better and making this a business. And you don't have to do that. But like last year, there was one class where they were just talking. It was an old women class where they were talking about personal growth for women. Like, it didn't really have anything to do with this. Like, so there's so much stuff you get out of this. And then you get to meet everybody, and it's just fucking incredible.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a whole community and whole family. Like, I've met my family there. I can tell you guys that Joel is my fucking family. Joe Bush is my fucking family. Danielle and Morgan is my fucking family. Erin, you my family. Like, it's. And I say I'm
Community.
excited for you to actually come and be there in person, because have we ever
Yeah,
met in
me too.
person?
No.
We
Did you ever come to
not.
Atlanta?
No.
No, but I feel like I have met you in
Right?
person.
Like, I feel like I've known you for like a year and we never met.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel
Only
like we have
touched
met in
base.
person, so I'm excited to meet everyone too.
Yeah.
I need to sign up Roxana's nephew. I think he wants to come too. How many spots do we
Yeah.
have left?
I think I don't know what she said. Maybe 10. It's not a lot of spots left for the pro event. For the Dallas one, I think it's unlimited because it's a massive place. But for Bear Lake, they are paying for our lodging and everything, and it's like a castle, and it only has so many rooms.
I know Roxana and Josh still need to
No, I think they got
get
their
there.
ticket. Right?
They did. She told me the other day. I just saw her 2 days ago. I don't think they
What
got
about
it yet.
mine?
Um,
Wait, what is he talking about?
all right. I just told him to send me
Oh my
his
god, I
card.
just
So
looked
we
at my phone. We've been live for 2 hours, and now I look at my phone. I'm like,
I know. I just pulled my phone up too because I've been live the whole time. I'm like, my phone's being blown up.
oh, I know. Either way, we
Let's
can kind
wrap
of
it
wrap
up
this up.
soon.
But okay, so my theory again, and this is my theory, is that potentially if there's human DNA in McDonald's and a woman eats it, it would probably be associated to a miscarriage. Not to say that it's only that causing it. That's not what we're saying. But
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't it make sense? Not only human DNA, but all of the chemicals that Erin had pulled up that we read here, all of them can cause miscarriage. So wouldn't it make sense that women that maybe once in a while potentially like to eat McDonald's, and if they like to eat McDonald's, I'm pretty sure they like to do other things that are not great for them too. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
It definitely correlates, and there's definitely something going on. And I think that people need to not be so blind and
Yes.
sheep-like
But I
because
also want to
it's
point out this. Let's say you are a woman and you're listening to this and you're like, oh my God, I ate McDonald's and now I feel like a bad mom, whatever. Don't. Reach out. Like, you can always make a change. Like, I was born into shitness and now I've fucking resolved my issues at old age. I've been on voice message with a mom for the last week whose daughter has an extremely bad poisoning going on, and she was so desperate, and she messaged me on TikTok of all the places, and I just happened to see it because I didn't even realize there were like message requests there, but I happened to see it, and she's like, please, I follow your content. I don't know what to do. We've been to all these doctors. Like, I don't know what to do. I literally gave this woman my phone number and I'm voice messaging her. And I'm just saying, here's the thing. I'm only sharing what I've experienced because I've been dealing with kind of what her daughter is going through. And all I'm doing is, and I'm not sharing just Acemannan and Betalains with her. I'm sharing everything in my life. I'm talking about fabric with her and how to change out polyester for cotton and how to start using glass. We're talking about everything. Buying her a vibration plate, like all the things. I'm not just like take Acemannan and everything in your life will be resolved. That's not what I'm saying. So I'm talking to this woman and she just said today, she's like, oh my God, do you know what, you have helped me more the last hour than doctors have done for like 3 years for her daughter. And I said, well, let's try now. Let's see. And she's like, and also the amount of money they've spent. And I was like, the small things I'm asking her to do in her life doesn't cost that much. And they've also told her that this daughter needs to do all these detoxes. But I was like, the funny thing is you only need one and the same thing to detox everything. You don't need one fucking product for everything. It doesn't work like that. So
Yeah.
I do detoxes on top of the Acemannan and stuff. Like I do like mold parasites detoxes, like on top of it, because I believe that we need a little extra boost sometimes. I also do coffee enema sometimes. I don't do it all the time though, but I believe we need extra detox on top of daily detox also. That's what I believe. You don't have to be crazy hippie person like me, but I like when my results said 0.
I'm
That was
so
great.
glad for this live today because my girlfriend was sending me all these different teas for detoxing because we were talking about heavy metal detoxing.
What do you need to
And
detox?
I was wondering like why I felt so fucking great when I was taking the core
Yep.
and why now I feel great, but I feel sluggish. So it's like here I am. I'm on my shit.
Yeah, so core for sure. So core for sure detoxes heavy metals. That's we're allowed to say. I can also say though that it does detox other things. We're not allowed to say more than the heavy metals right now, so I'm going to leave it at that. But if somebody's interested in detoxing other things, so I actually on my test result it showed up that I had a little mold in my body. I live in a place where I knew that was, let's just say I knew
Yes.
that already, so it wasn't 0 yet, so I'm detoxing that myself, and I'm using something called zeolite. I make my own detox, or actually Joel made it, but it's zeolite, bentonite clay, and charcoal. I just mix it up and I take a little spoon in the morning. So if somebody, don't go buy all, because this woman told me that they had tried to detox her daughter and she got so sick from the detox, because there are, depending on what you're detoxing, but let's say parasites. What people don't know is that when you detox parasites, when you kill them, they release eggs in your body. So you will actually come out of the detox with more parasites than you started if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So sometimes when people have a lot of parasites and they start detoxing, they can actually as much as die, because the parasite releases toxins and eggs in your body, and now you're actually even more sick than you started. And like this, it's good to know this. So this doctor had given her
Yeah.
daughter a detox with binders. So you need binders for this, right? So this doctor had given her daughter a product that had made her so fucking sick. And I went in and I read on the product they gave her, and I'm like, I don't fucking know what I'm looking at. And I said, honestly, I don't even know what I'm looking at. I'll be honest, but I said, I don't think this is a good idea. So I said, I will share what I do, because mine is one ingredient. I mix it myself, super clean, simple, no fussy fuss, weird shit. This is all it is. Try that and keep me posted how she feels. And then I said, on top of this, go through your daughter's closet, take away the polyester, buy her a vibration plate, because frequencies heal. Maybe, how old is she? Can she meditate? Like, let's talk about everything, because as sick as her daughter is, it might not just be enough to do a detox. Like, this girl might need an entire life detox. She
Yeah.
probably also need a trauma detox. This girl is probably so fucking destroyed from her experience. She said she doesn't even have the energy to fucking walk outside the door yet. No, that fucks
Mm.
you up. Like,
Yeah.
I know, like, it fucks you up. So I mean, she probably needs like mental support and everything at this point. She might actually make herself even sicker with her own mind at this point. So I believe in like all the things. And actually, there's a really good video, and I was sending it to a friend today. So I actually want to end with this thing, because Joel had, and I'm gonna play it. This is an old video he did. So I have a friend of mine who's having a cancer screening today, which is nerve wracking, obviously. So this person had, okay, let's point this out. He has actually been on my live. He got COVID cancer. Oh, COVID vaccine cancer. He's coming back on my live soon, but he has his screening today to see if there are any traces left of the cancer, right? So he's
This
obviously
isn't the
nervous.
one with the blood, is it?
No, this is a man. He's only been on my live
Okay.
one time, but
Okay.
he's been feeling a lot good on the Acemannan, let's just say. Um,
Good.
and he did a lot of work himself. He's also like a crazy health person, and he did a lot of the curing himself. And then he did have chemotherapy, and he shared the experience of how that almost killed him, because it does. But either way, so he was nervous today for the screening, which I understand. So I said, well, he's probably traumatized, you know? So if anybody is traumatized from something, because I'm going to tell you that if you have been sick and you are walking around being nervous for being sick again, that thought alone can actually make you sick. But no matter what if you believe that or not, it can. So there's different ways of releasing trauma out of the body. So I'm going to show one of Joel's videos, which is fucking incredible. Okay, let's screen share this.
Control Your Mind, Control the Matrix. I taught thousands of people how to rewire their brain and release all fears, phobias, and trauma instantaneously. And now I'd like to give you this gift. Here's how you can too. Understand that the mind is the body, and where attention flows, energy goes. Remember that trauma is just memories stored away in the body that you can still feel to this day. And also know if memories are simply thoughts that you bring into the present that make you feel things you don't want to feel, then if you're able to give power to that memory, you're also able to take power away from that memory. And here's a secret they don't want you to know. Here's how to disarm yourself from fears, worries, or traumas. First, I want you to think of the thing that makes you feel not optimal. And I want you to bring awareness in your body to where you feel that. When you're able to identify in your body where it is, take the feeling and amplify it. The moment you can feel it more, you show your body that you are now in control of said emotion. And this is the power of feeling. Now that you're able to amplify the feeling and you have control of it, send it to your hand. And as you send it to your hand and show yourself that you're in control of it, start to actively, in your mind, as it moves to your hand, take away all color from its picture. As you take the color away from its picture, and as that memory and that feeling moves from one part of your body to your hand, and as you're actively changing the picture from color to black and white, and also turning down the volume of what's happening in the memory to mute, to a place of no sound, you have proven yourself that you have now taken full control of that memory. And once that colorless black and white memory, that soundless memory, has moved from our body to our hand, I want you to envision a green light from your heart, slowly starting to build on every exhale. And on every exhale, that green light is working its way to your hand. And as that green light works its way to the hand where the memory is, that memory slowly begins to fade away into a golden white light. And in every exhale, more green light from your heart turns into the golden light in your hand, releasing all memories that haven't served us, or fears, or traumas, or worries, out until it becomes no more. And once you don't feel that any longer, simply put down your hand. If the universe is mental, and World War III is a war on attention and the mind, I believe that I have equipped you with the greatest weapon that I possibly could. Thank you.
Okay, guys, regardless of what people think about this kind of stuff, and this is one way to do it, it's not the only way to do it, but it's a very good one. And I can tell all of you on here that I wasn't always a believer in this kind of stuff. Actually, majority of my life, I thought this kind of stuff was nonsense. Complete nonsense. If you would have tried to have a conversation with me about this kind of stuff back in the days, I probably would have laughed at you and probably tried to convince you you're wrong because I was a stubborn fucker.
Right.
But I can attest that before I've been on a spiritual journey for years now. Before I discovered the food technology, I healed a few of my conditions, let's just say, using these kind of techniques. It works. Trust me, it fucking works. And we have other, I said, if somebody's on here, which I know they are, I know I have a lot of spiritual people watching, so I think some of you might be very interested when you hear this, but we have some products in Alovea that are not made of anything else than frequency. And some of you guys probably right now was thinking, what? What the fuck is she talking about? Some of you guys that do understand frequency are probably like, ding, big ears, what's she saying? We have 3 products that are sprays made of frequency. I'm just going to pull them up. I said, if you don't understand this kind of stuff, just ignore everything I'm saying. You don't even need to listen right now. You can just take the Acemannan and Betalains and be happy. But for you guys that do understand this, they're called BioRest sprays. And we believe that if the world's understanding shift, maybe one day in the future, this is all you guys are going to use. So yeah, they're called BioRest sprays. There's one for sleep, one for thermal, and one for relax. It's simply just water that contains frequency from plants. So you spray this in your mouth and it changes your body's frequency composition, or however, again, I don't know if I'm saying the words right in this fancy way, but that's what it is. And I use all of the 3 of them myself. I think they're incredible. My first time ever I tried it, I actually went into meditation before I even laid down. It was the craziest experience ever. And when we're in Bear Lake, trust me that we're gonna fucking do a joint meditation, girl. Like it's yeah.
I'm excited.
Oh shit. Very
Cool.
tough. And
Well,
that's
I'm
what
very
I'm saying.
excited for it.
If somebody's super, super, super sick and maybe you're starting the food technology products, what I think you should add on to the whole thing is frequency. You can go online. I actually have a free ebook with links to good frequency sounds. You can just hit me up. I'll send you the book for free. I put together a book where basically they're just links to good meditations and frequencies. And let me see. I have it on. What the fuck? Where did I put this? /bio back. Is this it? God, I don't remember. I don't remember the link to it. What was the fucking link to it? Damn it. Okay, now I gotta find it. Because I put a lot of effort into this book and it was just like my contribution to mankind. Erin, maybe you can go look at it too if you want. It's just a bunch of really fucking cool. So it's stuff that I use myself. Where the fuck is the link? Why can I not find the link? Customize link. No, get form link. Here we go. Okay, god damn it. Here. So biohack.myflowdesk.com/love. Either way, I can send it to people. But this is an ebook I made, and when you go into the ebook, I can't show it on here, but there's like one page with just meditations, one page with just frequency sounds, one page with just like good reads and stuff like that. And if you are really sick, you can go in and listen to healing frequency sound. Because if you add that on to the pile of taking food technology and trying to make your life better, it's only going to make it even better. Because what do you have to lose?
Right.
And also be careful, because I don't know if you guys have heard that a lot of music these days, they put actual harmful frequency on the sound so you can't even hear it, but it's causing harm inside of you. So like old shit like Beatles and stuff, they actually use healing frequency in their songs, which is why you probably listen to you like you kind of feel good. I don't know why. But they're also doing the same on the opposite. They're trying to hurt you through using that frequency. So
no, I definitely know that. That's why I'm very selective. I was in the car the other day and I was like, I cannot listen to that shit with my kid in the car because it travels.
Yeah. So I listen. Actually, one of my favorites to listen to is this guy. So his name actually, I wanted to start playing these hand pans, and so they do a lot of his music. Is let me see. So one of my favorites is Malte Martin. So the secret to the universe is 369 here. 369 hertz. So this is what it sounds like. It's just fucking amazing. This music. So this is frequency.
Oh yeah, I have stuff similar to this, a playlist for her.
It's just it's good shit. And you can just put it on and just have it in the background. You don't even have to pay attention to it. But I think for healing frequency is typically 432. Let me see. Healing frequency music. Healing frequency. There's different, like 528. I actually have those little forks that you hit, and they are typically 428 hertz. 432 hertz is typically the healing hertz. So yeah, you can go and listen to stuff like that for everybody and just add it on. And then a little bit of the trauma thing. Joel's link, I will put it in the caption too. Somebody wants to go try it. Again, it's fucking free to try. What do you have to lose?
Send it to me. I want to send me your ebook too.
Oh yeah, I will. And the more you people do it, the better you get. I guess like activating your pineal gland, it's work, just like training. The more you train, the better you get. The more you train at activating your pineal gland, the better you get at this shit. I even know when I meditate every day, like I have experiences out of this world. But then if I get slacky, which happens sometimes, and then I got really busy and I didn't do it a lot, like yeah, it gets less great and vivid.
Exactly.
And I was talking to Joel yesterday. He was just standing up and he's like, I like to meditate because I had to rewash all of my clothes because there were potential mold. So either way, we went to like a laundry place and we're waiting for the laundry. And he's like, yeah, I love to meditate when I stand here and wait for the laundry. And I just looked at him. I was like, I can't do that. He said, why not? Because I am not yet good enough at shutting out my entire world. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
I'm not to say that you couldn't. I would love to get there, but I am not there yet. I'm not there. Like I need to be alone when I meditate still. Not
Yeah.
necessarily
Me
alone,
too.
but I can't just be around random strangers when I do it. That's what I mean.
I'm the same way. I want to be in my vibe, in my space. No, I completely
Yeah.
understand.
So I mean, that's a skill in itself that I would love to perfect and be able to do it anytime, anyhow. That would be fucking cool.
Right.
So either way, we're
Same,
gonna wrap
girlfriend.
up, and everyone can watch the replay on Rumble, and I'll be posting, short reels out of it, and share with friends and family. Hit us up if you have questions. If somebody is dealing with some sort of pregnancy stuff, please hit us up. We actually have a lady in the company. Her name is Danielle. She's been doing this for decades. She had both of her babies after the age of 40, and she wasn't supposed to be able to. And if you're a woman, don't just go for artificial bullshit. Like, we might be able to help you actually get a real pregnancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Transparency leads to other success stories, and I think that's the biggest thing here is that we need to stop being silent with it. We need to start talking about it, and don't be shameful. It's not anything to be
No.
ashamed of. It
Anyone can
happened. You were
change their
not
life any
educated.
day. Anyone can
Yeah,
change.
but
But
now
if you come to me and tell me, here's the thing. If a person comes to me and tells me they want to change, I will welcome you with open arms. Like, I will not judge you. It's the people that repeatedly are fucking just stubborn assholes and do shitty things. But the day you come and you say, okay, I want to change, like, you can be my biggest fucking enemy today and come tomorrow and say, I'm ready to change. Okay, welcome. We've all been probably done shitty things in our life. I wasn't always an angel.
Right. Okay, girl. I've loved this live with you. Let's do it again soon.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait to see the content you pull from it. I hope you have a good rest of your night.
You too. I'll see you soon.
Mwah. Love ya. Bye.
Okay. Well, that was fucking awesome. Okay, I'm gonna jump off. Have a good night, guys. Replay on Rumble, and videos coming. And you guys know when you go to Rumble, you can fast forward, or if something you're looking for. And if you're ready to make a change in your life, just hit me up, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.